Alright, perfect. Should be live, ready to go. Doing our thing. One thing. Give me 1 second. Um, oh, yeah, this one. Perfect. Okay, cool. Alright, let's get into it.
Prologue. Alabaster.
Oh.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? My pretty girl. Hair as black as the charred edge of that grimoire she keeps too close. I want to thread my fingers through it and see if it leaves ash on my hands like the pages do. How poetic. The golden rays of the sun seep through the sheer curtains of the library window, and she looks as if she is glowing. Reminds me of an angel. Innocent, pure, powerful. Makes me want to corrupt her all the more. There is something about a creature so perfect that makes me want to taint it, even if it's just for the fun of it. I've watched this one and haunted her dreams long enough. I'm getting bored, and I want more. I watch as Callisto picks up a strange pendulum from behind the grimoire. Funny, that wasn't there before. Curious. She holds it in her hand, looking it over, and speaks under her breath.
Where did you come from?
She holds it up in front of herself, smiling.
I suppose you'll do for what I need.
Moving over to her little makeshift altar, she kneels and speaks, holding the item close to her chest.
Spirits, hear me.
Her voice is soft but steady.
I call to you across the veil. Find Cade. Bind yourself to him. Watch him. Protect him.
I chuckle to myself. She's so cute when she's desperate. The thought of her desperation pleases me. I picture how pretty she would be, pleading like that to me. She continues, rambling on about how her brother doesn't know what he's getting into, and how much she wants to help, as if the universe cares about her little wish. Yet, as she speaks, a ripple in the air prickles against my senses. It's faint, but it's there. How interesting. A new player in my little game. I can feel you, human. Yes.
He's not
you.
human?
The girl is mine to haunt, mine to possess, mine to do with as I please. My thoughts snap back to her as a tear slips down her cheek. Her hands tremble as she pleads.
Gods, I hope that worked.
An iridescent haze fills the space, and she appears to breathe it in, head leaning back ever so slightly. I watch as her long hair falls off her shoulders, unable to pull my eyes away. I hesitate. That feeling again. Something heavy and unfamiliar twists inside me. Curiosity, maybe? No. Something else. Against my better judgment, I step closer, reaching out a hand. Just a little closer. Her breath catches, eyes snapping up, directly at me. Impossible. I freeze. She can't see me, not if I don't allow it. And yet, here she is, staring, mouth open in a silent gasp, pretty rose-pink lips parted. For a moment, neither of us moves. She tries to speak, but the only sound she manages is a small, broken squeak.
Awesome.
The pendulum. It must be the pendulum. Artifacts like that are unpredictable, and I can feel its pull tugging at the edges of my form. Strange. I let my hand fall and step back, watching her carefully. She swallows hard. A single bead of sweat drips down her olive skin, and she visibly shakes it off before scrambling to her feet and rushing out of the room. Pity. I would have liked to lick it off her. I follow, keeping to the shadows. She doesn't need to know I'm here. Not yet. She glides quickly down the hall, the navy rug muffling her steps as the wood creaks faintly beneath her. Approaching her brother, Cade, the little hunter. He towers over her with his broad shoulders and chiseled features. Overrated, if you ask me. Not to mention, he's a total asshole. I'm clearly superior. He looks down on her as if she is a child. She presses the pendulum into his hand, her voice tight with urgency.
Take this. It'll keep you safe.
I can't help but notice how dainty her hands are, and how pretty they would look wrapped around my...
Please, Cade.
Please, Cade. My eyes roll into the back of my head. The only person she should be saying please to is me. Something in her voice makes him pause. He sighs, taking the pendulum, and shoving it into his pocket. Not another word is shared between them. Yes. Follow him, and stay the fuck out of my way. He doesn't deserve her, and neither do you. But you could deserve each other. So, the skeptic has a magical object now. That's hilarious.
So there's magic. Alabaster's not a human.
Chapter 1. Cade.
Oh.
The heavy bass is a dull thump through the walls as I slip through the back entrance and look around the gaudy mansion. The whole place is ringed with hedges and elaborate sculptures. Even had a fucking staff entrance hidden on the side of the property. Perfect for me to get in undetected. A myriad of golden hues splayed from floor to ceiling. Too fucking much. My heavy boots echo against the marble floor in the quiet hallway. Footsteps reverberate off the walls, and I quickly press myself into the wall near the entryway, silently setting my trap. Just as the shadow of a man enters, I loop the cord around his neck, yanking tight, till I feel the pull cutting off his air. He spasms, clearly shocked from my assault. I'm sure he didn't expect this kind of choking at a party like this. The poor bastard. He's clawing at his throat, which will end in 5, 4, 3, 2, out. I grab him by the ankles, dragging his unconscious body further into the room near a closet. Stripping away his clothes takes effort, but I get them off, tossing them aside. I grunt, wrestling his dead weight into the closet. I grab the clothes and hurry out of the room, further down the hall, slipping into one of the back rooms and planting the clothes under the chase lounge. I'm gonna need those for later. Walking over to the full-length mirror, I run my fingers through my hair, messing it up on purpose, and walk out into the party. The room reeks of sweat and arousal, a heady mix that turns my stomach. These people disgust me, but I haven't come to judge. In the writhing masses, bodies are tangled in slick, desperate motion among the silk pillows scattered across the floor. But they're nothing more than background noise among the variations of blues. My focus remains sharp against the dim-lit euphoria. I scan the room and head toward a bar in the back corner, sitting on one of the empty stools. I raise my finger up, capturing the bartender's attention. "What can I get you?" "Whiskey. Straight," I reply. The bartender moves with quick hands, sliding the drink to me. But I'm distracted by a stunning woman in lingerie. She's carrying a tray out to a man, fisting a woman's hair as he aggressively fucks her mouth. My eyes shift away and meet the gaze of a short blonde-haired man, his features delicate yet confident as he seats himself next to me. "You are way too hot to be alone right now," he says in a sultry tone, eyeing me up and down. "I'm not alone. You're here." I smirk and take a sip of my drink. "You like what you see?" he says, biting his lip. I look him over. His small frame is covered in glitter. "Nope." Redhead, long hair, short hair, big dick, a pussy I can sink into. I'll fuck it all, but no fucking glitter. In the dim corner, a blonde in a silver mask gasps and shudders, her body taut beneath the hands of a faceless stranger. I watch as the man squeezes hard into her love handles, her massive titties bobbing back and forth over a woman motorboating her. Now that's a thing of beauty. Sorry, I've got my eye on someone. Unbothered, I saunter over to the trio, tilt her chin upward teasingly, and her breath hitches. Mind if I have a turn? I ask, smirking as I meet her gaze. Her eyes drift downward, lingering on my chest before wandering lower. A smile plays on her lips as she rises to her feet, slipping her hand into mine. I lead her out of the room, feeling the weight of her curiosity in how she studies me. She hesitates for only a moment. Have we met before? You seem familiar, she murmurs quietly. I don't know. You got a name? I look down at her. We don't do names here. Perfect. I guide her into the empty back room and press her against the wall, my lips finding the curve of her neck, teasing and tasting as my hands explore her body. A deep moan escapes her throat and echoes through the room, raw and unguarded. I lean in close. We may have never been formally introduced, I whisper, low and deliberate. But for now, I'm yours. She trails her hands up and down my biceps. Fuck, your tattoos are so hot, she says, then pulls my face to hers and kisses me. Her tongue rolls over mine as my hands trail down her subtle curves. Gripping her thighs, I lift one of her legs over my forearm, locking it in place. She wastes no time unzipping my pants and dropping them to the floor. Her fingers wrap around my cock, guiding me to her entrance, and the moment I feel her warmth, I thrust in deep, burying myself inside her. Fuck.
So he
You
just
feel
killed a
so
man
good.
and then
I growl,
went
my
out to the
voice
sex
rough.
party and was just like, yeah.
I lift her higher, making her take every inch of me as I carry her to the chase near the window. Laying her on her back, I pin her down, pounding into her without restraint. Oh my God, don't stop! She cries out, her back arching as she trembles beneath me. Gripping her hips tighter, I pick up the pace, driving into her ruthlessly. She fucking molds to me as I angle myself lower and find that perfect spot. Don't stop. Oh my God, please, I feel her pulse around my length as I slow down to savor the feeling.
Oh my God.
Fuck, I'm gonna come and it hasn't even been 5 minutes. Weak. Reaching under the pillow, my fingers close around the knife I planted when I got here. I groan, still riding out her pleasure, her moans becoming reckless and unguarded beneath me. I take the knife and cut the front of her bra, freeing her breasts. She shudders at the blade's cool touch and looks up at me. She meets my gaze, breath hitching, eyes blown wide, dark with something sinister. Then, in a whisper, she says, I like to play. Well, fuck me, that just made my dick twitch. If I'm going to get this done, I might as well get some enjoyment out of it. Her bright hazel eyes roll into the back of her head as I thrust into her with reckless abandon. The chase now loudly thumping against the wall. I throw my head back, wiping the sweat that's trickling down my brow, my abs flexing as my hips move more erratically. Her moans drown out the cries of pleasure just outside the door. A deep, guttural cry rips from my throat as I let go, filling her, my body pulsing against hers. My breath is ragged, muscles taut as I hover over her, drinking in the sight of her blissed expression. I exhale, eyes downcast, my charcoal hair tickling her chin.
My nigga, this is
Lips curling into something that isn't quite a smile.
Ah,
My voice just a breath,
damn.
blunt. Okay. And before she can react, the blade sinks into the soft flesh of her neck. Her eyes go wide with terror and confusion, her swollen lips open but no sound comes out. I stay there, watching, waiting, until the light in her gaze finally flickers and
killed her?
fades. Gone. Fucking finally. I stand, my breath still heavy as I pull away from her lifeless
Wow.
body. the warmth fading fast. I turn my head and look out the window at the lanterns that line the empty pathway outside it. The night is a quiet contrast to the room outside the door. So, why do I feel like I'm being watched? Moving with practiced ease, I crouch under the chase and grab the clothes I stashed earlier from the poor bastard working the party. He's probably still out cold. He'll wake up, eventually. Now that I've changed, I can blend in as a staff member of the party. I leave the room feeling smug, knowing the next step of my plan has been executed. As I cross the threshold, though, an overwhelming feeling of anxiety washes over me.
That was part of the plan?
A high-contrast array of colors. My eyes squint in an attempt to focus. Was I drugged? No. But I don't feel like I'm here. An overwhelming sensation of eyes on me. But nobody is looking. What the fuck? I need to get the fuck out of here, I whisper, my voice strained. Walking down the hallway, I steady myself on the wall, my skin glowing unnaturally in a neon hallucination from the ultraviolet lights. I focus my sights on the end of the hall. My vision tunnels on the door. I pull open the door to the exit the staff uses, sucking in the fresh air. I straighten my black blazer. This is not the place to lose my cool. I walk past two guys smoking cigarettes, talking about how badly they wish they could participate in the activities inside. I keep my stride confident. It won't be long before someone finds her body. Not that they'll know it was me. She was so covered in cum, there would be no way to tell whose DNA was the one to take her out. Convenient for me. I hop into the truck I hot-wired earlier, my pulse thumping in my ears as I slam the door shut. The engine roars to life and I shift into gear, feeling the tires grip the pavement beneath me. As I adjust the rearview mirror, I'm suddenly freezing, like the temperature in the truck dropped 10 degrees. What the fuck is going on? I scan my surroundings. No other cars on the road. It's late, and I'm probably the only motherfucker who leaves an orgy early. No one saw me, no one is following me, and there's no way this piece of shit is being tracked. Despite my rationalizations, my gut tightens at the thought. It's not possible. I took precautions. I'd gone out of my way to snatch this truck from a small-town hick while he was too busy attempting to pick up two very unwilling women at the bar. There is no way anyone would have bothered to look twice at it. It's just another beater, blending in with the employees' cars parked nearby. So, how the hell could it be bugged? It's not. And I know damn well I wasn't drugged. I've gone crazy. There's no other goddamn explanation. I rub my face, trying to shake off the creeping paranoia. I tap the brakes, swerving the wheel slightly as the unease builds, and I pull off to the side in a movie theater parking lot. I should change cars just in case. The area has a few in the lot. I grab my duffel bag from the passenger seat and set my sights on the beat-up old wagon 2 spaces down. I try for the door. It's unlocked. How convenient. The thing looks like a forgotten relic from the 80s, rusted, unkempt, and totally under the radar. Perfect. I toss my bag in and slam the door shut. My fingers tremble as I hotwire it as quickly as I'm able. Tiny wires are not my thing. I fumble a bit with them before the engine sputters to life. I hate this shit. If anyone is following me, they won't think twice about this piece of junk. I shift gears and the seat rattles beneath me as the wheels hum under the vehicle. Thankfully, it holds together long enough to get me close to the airport. I ditch it near an abandoned gas station and walk the remaining way to my hotel. Tomorrow, I'll be back in Washington, safe, secure, and out of sight. I jump at a sudden vibration in my pocket, fumbling to pull the phone out. It's Jack, right on time. Fuck, I need to get a handle on myself. Attempting to steady my fingers, I swipe the screen to answer. Jack's voice comes through, loudly chewing something as he speaks. Yo! Is it done? I drag my hand down my face. Yeah, it's done, I answer, trying to push the unease crawling up my spine back where it belongs. What the hell is wrong with me? I grit my teeth, forcing my mind to focus. You good, Cade? Jack asks, his voice dropping slightly, sensing something's off. When I don't respond immediately, he continues, sounding serious. You'll be happy to know I found our next target. and it took me less time than I expected. These assholes aren't exactly hiding, Jack. I smirked to myself despite the rising feeling. The Covenant created me in their own image, a weapon, their dutiful soldier. We're going to get them, Cade. I tilt my head back, taking in a long breath. A smirk tugs at my lips despite myself. Yeah, but the higher-ups in the Covenant won't be so easy. Keep an eye on the target. My purpose returns in full force. Fucking finally. The thrill of the hunt, of tracking them down, of getting to the ones pulling the strings. It steadies me. I'll get the full details when I'm back. Got it, boss. I hang up the phone, letting the silence settle in, but the weight of everything lingers. And it's not just a mission anymore. It's something else I can't quite place. I head into the hotel, each step heavier than the last. My hand trembles, feeling distant, like it's not my own, but still familiar. This is fucking annoying. It's like I'm watching myself from the outside. I struggle with the key card, fingers numb as I slide it into the slot. It clicks, the light turns green, and I step inside. The room feels too quiet, too empty. Stripping off my clothes, I move mechanically toward the bathroom. The shower knob turns quickly under my fingers, the rush of water filling the silence. Staring into the mirror, my eyes trace the scar on my face that reaches from my cheekbone down to my jaw. The reflection blurs, like I'm not here, but instead watching from the other side of the glass. I focus on my hair. It's been too long since I've had it cut properly. Then I see it, a shiny silver strand caught in a black mass. Are grays normal at my age? Must be stress, I mumble. My voice sounds hollow, like it's not even mine. I lean closer to the mirror, inspecting the silver intruder. The closer I get, the more disconnected I feel. My face seems off. The edges of my features seem soft and out of focus, like my reflection doesn't belong to me anymore. My dark eyes, unfamiliar. As the steam fogs up the glass, further distorting my reflection, I squint, leaning in. It almost looks like another face is overlapping mine, like a shadow over my own, or an overlay of someone else's expression. I wipe away the fog, but the other face vanishes, leaving only my own, strained and blurry. I rub my eyes, trying to shake the feeling off. It was just the steam, a trick of the light. I step into the shower, hoping the water will ground me, bring me back to something real. The heat pours over me, hitting my scalp, my back, rinsing away the day's grime and the tension. Under the steady rhythm of the water, my body relaxes, lost in the comfort it provides. Time slips away, but in the reprieve, my mind drifts too quickly back to the mission. Flashes of my parents' bodies tangled in their bed, the cold sting of the ritual room, artifacts glinting under dim light. The memories bear down, heavy and unwanted. No distractions, not now. I was groomed to take over the Order of the Covenant, so I know how to end them. My next target is within reach, and now that I've gotten rid of his daughter, gaining access to him should be easy. I force my mind back on track.
Isn't the Order of the
Concentrate.
Covenant
There's
from
still work to do.
Haunting Adeline?
I step out of the shower, wrapping my towel around my waist. As I crawl into the bed, the cool fabric against my skin, a stark contrast to the heat of the night. Sleep drags me under, and my dreams are fragmented, distorted. Nothing that makes sense. Everything twisting. Except for one thing. I see someone. They're holding a book, eyes focused on the pages. But as if they sense me watching, they look up. They don't have a face. Just an empty space staring back at me, like there's a black hole in the place where a face should be. But before I can truly process, oh, fuck, no. The blackness pulls at me, swallowing me whole, deeper and deeper until it feels like I'm falling, endlessly falling into the void. Eyes surround me, so many eyes, waiting, watching. I can feel them on my skin. They're everywhere, and it's fucking suffocating. Then I hit bottom, but it's not what I expected. It's soft, a familiar warmth, like the feeling of being caressed even though I can't see anything. My body tenses, but the touch is gentle, delicate, hands gliding over my skin, tracing my chest, neck, and arms. Electricity pulses through each touch, and goosebumps rise as my body responds, even though I can't explain why. I feel myself growing hard, the touch both foreign and strangely familiar. Hands explore my body, moving lower, their fingers grazing my hips and then my thighs. It feels too real, too intense, like something I've always wanted but never let myself acknowledge. Fuck, I mouth in a breathless whisper. Who are you? There's no answer, but they continue to touch, intimate and precise. The sensation overwhelms me. On instinct, my hips begin to rock into it, as if I am no longer in control of my body. Then, without warning, my cock is freed from the confines of my pants, and I feel it being taken into their mouth. A blurred aura, lips moving up and down in rhythmic precision, too perfect to be real. Oh my God. The words escape me, muffled by the pleasure.
Ghost BJ.
So good.
What the fuck?
Too fucking good. I reach my hands out to find something, anything, but my searching hands meet only air, nothing tangible. What is this? I throw my head back, lost in the sensation, but the moment quickly severs, as if it was never actually there. And the next moment I'm met with a caress, and it almost feels like lips meeting my forehead. Ethereal. It snaps me awake. My brows furrow and I jerk upright, sheets tangled around my legs. The room is still as my heart pounds in my chest. I look over at the clock on the bedside table. 3:33 a.m. I gaze down, my body still betraying me, hard and wanting. My stomach twists in disgust when I notice the sheet is stained. Wet dreams now? I grumble to myself, exasperated. I'm fucking losing it.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Chapter 2. Callisto. I jolt awake from a dead sleep, drenched in sweat. The memory of the towering black mass, the image of its golden eyes and massive horns, is burned into my mind. My heart pounds as I scan the room.
Okay,
Moonlight
so
filtering in
Callisto,
through
our
the
girl.
curtains. It's quiet. Too quiet. I reach for my phone. 3:33 a.m. The witching hour. Again. The same dream every night for over a week now.
My little witch. Are you here to come again?
I whimper at the contact, sharp fangs grazing against my collarbone. Please. I can feel his low rumble as I look up at him. My demon.
You always beg so pretty. Now open your legs for me.
Oh, so that's Alabaster.
I do. Gods, I do.
So Alabaster.
The covers shift as I do what he asks. Strong, thick fingers dragging over my core. Teasing as his claws slowly trail up to my breasts. One thumb brushing my nipple until it hardens under his touch.
Always so responsive for me.
He breathes so low, I almost don't catch it. Like he is in awe of how I melt for him, crave him. The smell of amber and earth consumes me. Warm, grounding, ancient. Like freedom. Like stepping into a world I've never known. My thighs press together at the memory. Guess I'm up now, I mutter, sighing as I push the covers aside and swing my legs over the edge of the bed. A strange heaviness lingers in the air, an unsettling feeling like something is watching me. I can feel him, my monster of sorts. From the moment I found that pendulum, I can't shake the presence it has left behind. The way it just appeared one day sends a chill up my spine. At first it felt gentle and almost comforting. But then, the darkness I felt was overwhelming, as if it would consume me if I let it. I prayed that whatever I called didn't open the door to something else. Something more dangerous. I'm still new to this. I've always been aware of my magic, but haven't a damn clue how to control it. That was the last thing my parents wanted me to learn, lest I used it against them. But not knowing leaves me dangerous. It breaks through when my emotions are high, and grows stronger by the day, showing me visions in my dreams I can't escape. I have no idea what this power is capable of or how to use it. Giving the pendulum to Cade was the right call. It vibrates with magic that even he shouldn't be able to deny. He needs to know what's out there, to feel what our eyes can't see. I am convinced that whatever came through the veil will do just that, both for him and for me. I just wish these nightmares would ease up. I rub my eyes and lift myself off the bed. My body is heavy and sore from the poor night's sleep. I head to the bathroom and turn on the faucet to draw a bath. Sweat-damp leggings cling to my skin, and I shiver as I peel them off. Gross. I grab my favorite bath salts and sprinkle them into the steaming water, hoping the heat will wash away the lingering unease. The lights flicker. Once. Twice. Accompanied by a faint buzzing that makes the hair on the back of my neck stand on end. I freeze. It's not me. I can tell when it is. What the fuck? My voice is barely a whisper. It's just a faulty wire. Nothing to worry about. Wrapping a towel around myself, I scan the bathroom, pulse pounding in my ears. Something caresses my shoulder, almost like a breath that pebbles goosebumps over my skin. No, not me. Who's here? I call out, trying to sound braver than I feel. Earthy tones fill my senses. The scent from my dreams. Heat blooms over my skin, and it isn't from the steam. My chest tightens, the air feeling thick and heavy. I close my eyes for just a second, and an image flashes in my mind. A towering black mass looming in a corner. It appears to move, almost as if it's pointing to me, when I hear an eerie whisper.
Mine.
My eyes snap open, gaze darting to the corner. Nothing's there. I bolt from the bathroom, my bare feet patting against the cool hardwood as I rush toward the kitchen. The sensation of something right behind me fuels me to move faster. My heart hammers as I turn the corner and slam into a solid body. I scream, the sound ripped from my throat, my heart slamming against my ribs. Shit, Callie, it's just me, Jack says, gripping my arms to steady me. Damn it, Jack, I snap, trying to catch my breath. You scared the hell out of me. He raises his hands in apology. Sorry, I couldn't sleep. I flick the kitchen light on, and as his voice trails off, his gaze drops to the towel clinging to my body. Next time, turn on a light if you're up, I scold, brushing past him to grab a glass from the cabinet. Unless you want to give someone a heart attack. Yeah, right. Got it, he mumbles, eyes darting anywhere but at me. I fill the glass at the sink, gulping down the cool water in an attempt to calm the heat still crawling over my skin. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch him sneaking glances. But he does that with any woman with a pulse. A hopeless flirt. Something I easily fell for when we were young. We don't talk about it, knowing Cade would murder Jack if he ever found out I lost my virginity to him when we were teenagers. We were isolated, bored, and left alone. And I wanted to know what it felt like to be the center of someone's attention. Jack was more than willing to provide that attention, though I know he wouldn't do anything now. We have evolved. He's the closest thing I have to a friend. And both of us decided it was better this way. Friends.
I would kill that nigga too.
Cade will be back later this afternoon.
What are you talking about?
He says, breaking the silence.
Lost virginity to,
for how
bitch?
long? My voice is sharper than I mean it to be. But Jack just shrugs. Not long. I found Alan White. He's not going to miss his chance to get to him. My stomach twists.
crazy.
I get why Cade is doing this, but that doesn't make it any easier. The Covenant isn't a joke. They have a literal god on their side. I haven't seen it myself, but my parents did. And for all their neglect, they never lied to me. I drift back to the night Cade found out I was meant to be sacrificed. Deep down, I had always known, and I had accepted it. But not Cade. He refused. His rage was explosive. Our parents said I should feel honored, like I had been chosen for some grand purpose. But Cade didn't buy their bullshit. Ever since, he's been obsessed with tearing the Covenant apart. But he doesn't understand the supernatural side of it. He has no clue what he's really up against. I'm worried about him, Jack, I admit quietly. Don't be, Jack says, leaning against the counter with a confident smirk. If anyone can take down the Covenant, it's Cade. Your brother's a badass. He isn't wrong. They trained him in hand-to-hand combat, made him a person capable of tracking, hunting, and capturing people. They had unknowingly built the perfect weapon against them. Cade never trusted our parents, and he never stopped protecting me. In his own fucked-up way. He's the only one who's ever really had my back. Though for many years, I didn't realize it. Yeah, I guess you're right, I say, setting my empty glass in the sink. I turn and start to head back toward the bathroom. But Jack catches my arm before I reach the hallway. His deep blue eyes burn into mine and attempt to calm me. Trust him, Callie. We know what we're doing, he says, his voice steady. I lift an eyebrow at him, but nod. His mouth curls into a teasing smile. By the way, what the hell are you doing walking around in a towel at 3 a.m? I roll my eyes. None of your business, I snap. But after a beat, I sigh, his hold still firm on my arm. Fine. I had a bad dream and woke up sweating. I felt gross and needed a bath. Need any help with that? He jokes, his eyes glinting with mischief. I glare at him, about to fire back, when I see the cabinet behind him swing open. A glass flies out, hurtling across the room. The sharp sound of it breaking shatters the moment. Shit! Callie, get back! Jack moves between me and the mess, and I step away from the scattered shards. My breath catches as I attempt to put logic to what I just saw. He kneels to clean it up. Go on, he says without looking up. I've got this. That wasn't me. I know that wasn't me. My feet stay rooted for a moment too long. Any doubts in my mind have been quelled. This is full confirmation to me. I'm being haunted. My eyes dart around the room trying to see whatever is clearly trying to get my attention. But I find nothing.
So is the demon from
Gripping
her
my towel
dream
to my chest, I
real?
back away. I'm used to weird shit, but this is ridiculous.
I
Just
would
my
be too
luck.
if I had magical powers. Like,
I head back to the bathroom, only to find water spilling over the edge of the tub, soaking the floor. Fuck! After spending 20 minutes cleaning up the massive mess I made, I give up on the bath and opt for a shower instead. I attempt to wash away the lingering unease under the hot water to get myself to feel a little more human. Freshly dressed and somewhat calmer, I settle onto the living room couch with my favorite book, Death, the last book in the Four Horsemen series. I flip it open, hoping to lose myself in the words. But after reading the same sentence 4 times, I drop it in my lap, frustrated. This sucks. Of course I would attract a fucking poltergeist. I've done nothing my entire life. No job, no purpose, no luck. Just existing in the background. Easy to overlook. My only redeeming quality is my dreams. They have always held weight. Flashes of things before they happen, like a twisted form of déjà vu. I've always been able to sense when something is coming, like a strong gut instinct. Maybe not the best judgment, but it's always given me a sense of pride. And right now, my gut is screaming that something is here. Setting my book aside, I head back to my bedroom and pull open the top drawer of my nightstand. My fingers brush against the cracked leather of the old grimoire. One of the many artifacts my brother took after we left the house where everything fell apart. I sit down on the bed, my heart pounding. I take a steadying breath before opening the book at random. The pages crackling beneath my fingertips as they settle on a section about demons. Thinking back to my dream, my stomach twists. Oh, hell no. Nope. Snapping the book shut, I press my palm flat against the cover. I may not be the brightest crayon in the box, but I sure as hell know a red flag when I see one. Maybe I can ignore it. If I don't feed into it, then it will get bored, because unequivocally, fuck that. I do not claim any bad energy, you hear me? My voice is firm, but there's a tremor beneath the surface I can't quite hide. Silence.
No bad juju.
Not even the hum of the fridge or the distant tick of the hallway clock. A bitter laugh escapes my lips as I push myself upright. Soft golden light spills through the window. Morning already. I could really use some breakfast. I tuck the grimoire back into its hiding place and head toward the kitchen. A sudden creak breaks the silence. The sound crawling up my spine like cold fingers. The air thickens and my heart pounds as I turn to find the drawer cracked, grimoire lying open again. This time on the section about a demon named Alabaster. I linger on the image for a moment, stuck on his eyes. His golden eyes.
The one she sees in her dreams.
Chapter 3. Alabaster. Oh, this is almost too perfect. Her fear makes this all the more enjoyable. Don't worry, pretty girl. You'll have me soon enough. I can't help but fixate on her heart racing, knowing it's me it's working so hard for. I hover behind her and look down at the cursed book in her hands, watching as she gawks at the terribly drawn portrait of me. This is how they know my name. As frustrating as it is that I am there in the first place, they could have at least done me justice. My nose looks nothing like that. My initial enjoyment is quickly broken when I feel an unwelcome presence approach from behind. Your obsession with this one is concerning. I smirk to myself, flashing my teeth. Alok knows I've been watching her. He finds it curious that I've been creeping in her shadow for so long. Longer than any other human I've watched. He can stay curious. What are you doing here? I ask in a clipped voice, sitting at the far end of the room. He sits down next to me, his long pale blue hair cascading down to the floor. An ugly grin stretches across his too perfect face. How about you come back with me, and we can team up again? You used to be so much fun. I am disinclined to acquiesce to your request. I have no interest in going anywhere right now. You better be careful, Kai. Don't want to end up like Asha. Ah, yes. The scary story all of us are told to keep us in line. The big bad Asha who fell in love with a human and went mad after she died. Like they tend to do. Dumb bastard. Then there was that whole thing with him taking immortals and trying to fuse them with his wife's spirit to bring her back. But what the fuck did the guy think was going to happen? Humans are flesh-bound. We exist beyond that limitation. Our essence is not confined to a vessel. We move between the physical and metaphysical as easily as breathing. Humans have to die to be free, but we were never caged to begin with. And without a body, they are nothing more tangible than smoke. Anyone who knows anything knows the price you pay for love is loss. Asher couldn't handle it, and lost himself. I'm nothing if not self-aware, and I don't need the reminder. Asher was an idiot, and I'm not falling for a damn human. Let me have my fun and leave me be, I say, brushing him off. Ah, and here I came all the way to this miserable cesspool of a planet to see you. And of course, to see what has you so occupied. He glances over at Callisto. I reach for his throat and shove him onto the ground, his horns clacking against the wooden floor. I hear Callie gasp, and she turns in our direction. I catch the look of horror on her face before she runs from the room.
So
I hover over him,
this
rage boiling in my eyes.
And they're like having this whole fight.
Look,
in
you
her
scared
house,
away the human.
but she can't see
This
it.
one is mine.
She can't
You do
notice.
not get to look at her, I say, venom seeping from my words as my claws dig into his neck.
What the
I
fuck?
know what would happen if he decided to follow her. We tend to hyperfixate quite easily. Immortality will do that to you. But a Locke is known for his brutal ways when handling humans. He has little restraint, and I'm not in the mood to share. He laughs through his sharp teeth and shoves me off. Standing, he offers his hand. I smack it away. He's only slightly shorter than me, but he's older and stronger. I know he could tear me apart if he wanted to, but I don't care. He looks me over with a glint of authority in his glowing white eyes. Find me when you're done with your new plaything. The air vibrates around him, and he waves his arms. His form fades away in a spiraling mist, leaving behind a faint shimmer in the air. So dramatic. I'm surprised he didn't put up much of a fight, but I'm glad. The fun is just beginning, and no one needs to know why I'm here. Not yet, at least. That goes for you too. You'll take what I give you. Now go back to your hunter, little pest.
Chapter 4. Cade. The seat of the truck squeaks beneath me. An F-250 high boy. Such a beauty. It will be missed by its owner, but I couldn't resist. My phone vibrates in my pocket and I roll my eyes, shifting to grab it. Callie. Again. I silence it. She can wait another 30 minutes until I'm home. Outside, the mountains roll by like they're trying to calm me down. It's beautiful here, but none of it gets through. Not really. The unease hasn't left since last night, since the party. That wasn't my first kill, and it won't be my last, but something about it won't leave me alone. There were no bugs, no tails, and no loose ends. I checked. But that dream, that fucking dream. Goosebumps crawl up my arms and neck, and I grip the wheel, letting myself sit in discomfort for a moment. The cheap leather of the forward seat cracks, that same feeling of being seen, of being touched, of something slipping past every defense I've ever built. I fucking hate it. I speed up, my jaw clenched, the road winding through the trees like it always has. I know every curve, but today it feels different. I pull into the driveway and kill the engine. Home, sweet home. A 2-story scenic modern fortress tucked away in the mountains of Washington. The perfect place to keep Callie hidden. Personally, I would have moved to a place like this regardless. I prefer my solitude. I hop out of the truck and see that Jack is waiting for me on the front step. "She's waiting for you," he says, voice flat, but there's something under it, a tightness in his tanned skin. His shoulders are set, eyes sharp, concerned. I don't fucking like it. "Where is she?" It comes out sharper than I mean, but he doesn't flinch at my tone. We've been friends long enough to know that just because I'm an unfeeling asshole to the rest of the world, it doesn't mean I don't give a shit about him. "Balcony. But listen." I stop and turn. She's in for an earful. Calling constantly when I'm on a mission could have put her at risk, or me. What if I fucking lost my phone? The wrong person could have caught wind of her. "She's been off, man. Jumpy. And not her typical Callie weird. It's like she's paranoid." The back of my neck tightens, and I need the tension that
'cause he went to go
seems to
check on
always
her.
be there. growing
walking
each
around
day.
in her own
I narrow
towel.
my eyes at him, not because he deserves it, but because I'm an asshole. What can I say? She has every reason to be scared. She's not safe until everyone in the Covenant is dead. Jack gives me a more serious look. Nah, man, this isn't about them. What? He nods his head, defeated, tired. Just go talk to her. I'll be in the office when you're done. I nod and walk past him. The house feels hollow, my boots echoing on the stairs as I climb. I don't knock, I never do. She's out on the balcony, book in hand, feet up. The moment I open the door, though, she startles, dropping the book.
Damn it. I lost my page.
She sighs, picking up the book and setting it down as she walks straight into a hug. Her arms around me feel smaller than I remember.
What happened? How are you?
Brown eyes and heart-shaped face, already scanning me with worry. Just put a smile on, reassure her, Cade. That's all she needs. I should be asking you. Jack says you're being weirder than usual.
Fuck you. I'm serious, Cade.
And my smile drops. It was wishful thinking that this reunion would be pleasant. You don't need to know shit. Stop asking questions. I'll tell you what you need to know. She stiffens in my arms and then moves to sit again, hugging her book to her chest.
Sorry.
She says quietly.
I had a dream. A bad one.
I sit across from her, my eyes on her face.
Like I was being watched?
She continues.
Not like paranoia or anxiety, but like something was in the room with me.
I freeze.
And it didn't feel wrong, not at first. It felt familiar. But it was horrifying.
The air in my lungs tightens, but I keep my face still, not giving anything away.
I swear I saw something, Cade. Something is here with us.
There it is. More talk of ghosts and magic. I lean back. Nothing's here, Callie. You've got to stop feeding into that shit. It's clearly getting to your head. Her face hardens, eyes narrowing at me.
Like
Don't
an
you
hour
fucking
ago.
patronize me, Cade. I'm not stupid.
What up, my home?
We grew up with this shit. You think just because you're bigger and stronger and quieter about it that it didn't fuck us both up?
Running my hand over my face,
You
I
should
deflect.
know I go
It
live
almost killed
every-
you.
Every
Because
Friday,
of them.
Sunday, Monday at the same
Not because of me.
time, woman.
Not because of what I am. You don't get to rewrite that.
I clench my jaw so hard I swear my molars will crack. God damn. Why does she have to make this so difficult? That symbol they carved on the back of your neck wasn't a game, Callie. They didn't see you as a daughter. They were deranged, and their belief in this bullshit is what started it.
I
Not every
know
Friday,
that.
Sunday, and Monday.
And I've lived with that longer than you have because I didn't get to hide behind training and rage.
Okay.
I stare
All
at her.
right.
Her voice is rising, breaking with emotions.
Sometimes I take a day off.
I
okay?
stayed here in this fucking house.
Don't shoot
With the
me.
aftermath, with the silence, with the ghosts of our parents, and with the grimoire.
Yeah, you do.
She throws one of her hands up, nearing hysteria.
It's fucking alive, Cade.
But it's okay.
I didn't ask for this. Any of
Well,
this,
thank
but I
you.
see
I'm
things,
glad
I
that it's
feel
okay.
things. And just because you can't beat it into a wall doesn't mean it's not real.
Because I steal from your
I
fridge
believe
on
in
those
what I
days.
do because of what I've seen.
She pauses, breath
So
catching,
that's
then
where
whispers
my,
milk
milk and
I
cookies
see them
went.
when I sleep. I
I
see
knew
you
I wasn't going insane.
covered in blood, screaming for something you'll never let yourself have.
Magic is not real, Callie. It's all in your head. I want to reach out to comfort her, to do what a brother would. Should.
Oh, that's
But I'm
her
broken.
brother.
She clings to magic
Oh, I
and
thought
fairy
Cade
tales,
was like
but I
her
live in the real
mans.
world. The one where a
Okay.
psychotic group of
Her
fucked
brother
up
and
people are hell-bent
sister.
on murdering an innocent girl. All because they believe her death will bring them a power that doesn't exist.
I see with more than my eyes. And I don't care if you believe
she
me
thinks
or
that
not.
She has superpowers or
Just because you
magical
can't see
powers
it.
or whatever.
Doesn't mean it's not real.
That's the definition of things that aren't real. I brush off her words, standing to leave.
Don't walk away from me.
She's shaking now, still clutching her book.
Let me in on this.
I also
I
ate
need
all
to
the
help.
cantaloupe in the fridge.
Because if I don't,
Ew, I don't have cantaloupe.
if you keep shutting me out, I'm going to fall
Cantaloupe's
apart.
disgusting.
I'm hanging on by threads, Cade. This house, this silence, pretending I don't
Says
know what's
WHO.
coming. It's killing me.
Says me.
Oh hell no.
I don't have your armor.
Oh,
I don't
hell
have
no.
your rage.
I will fight you on
All I have is
Cantaloupe's
this.
honor.
This belief that maybe, if I can help you, if I can do something, I won't disappear completely. I'll matter. Just let me matter.
Orange CANTALOPE
We stand in
is the bomb.
silence, staring at
Orange
each other.
cantaloupe
Two
is the
broken,
bomb.
fucked up souls.
You want to know why?
Her hands
it's
are
the
trembling,
bomb?
pressed into the book,
'Cause it tastes
knuckles white.
disgusting and blows
I study
up in your
her.
mouth.
She's unraveling, not from fear,
With
but
the
from hope,
blandest flavor
or a
you've ever
lack
put
of
in
it.
your entire mouth.
She needs to believe this means something, that she means something.
If I eat cantaloupe, I have to
I
put
watch
sugar
her.
on it.
The weight of her words hangs between us, raw and sharp. She's not delusional.
It's one of my
She's
favorite
desperate.
fruits.
This isn't a belief, it's survival. I blow out of breath.
What are your
Sugar?
favorite? Yes.
You're only 21, kid.
You never
You're
had
still so
cantaloupe
young.
with sugar on it?
I know it's a lot, but I'm only doing this so you have a chance.
Don't speak to me like I'm a child, Cade.
No.
29 isn't that big
You
of a
should.
difference.
It's really good.
The world is
It's
an
good
awful
without it.
place, and she doesn't
It's
understand.
not.
I'm only
It's
hard
just
on her
not.
because I care. Granted, I'm not the best at showing it, but she knows I won't pretend with her. I wasn't
Yes,
raised
it is.
that way. I was raised to be a machine,
I don't know
a leader,
about that.
not a nurturer. I stare at her for a moment. I've never understood magic, never really wanted to, but I understand this. You're only seeing what you want to see, I say, and her shoulders flinch like I've struck her.
How could you say that to me?
Fuck, I'm fucking this all up. I just want to
You
keep her
and Annie
safe.
both don't
Why
like
can't she just
cantaloupe.
stay out of my way and see that's all I want? Look, I'm
Good.
sorry, okay?
You're
Good.
supposed to be my brother,
I
Cade.
have an accomplice.
It's
in
Y'all
this.
just
are missing
us.
out.
We're not.
We are
missing
all we
out.
have in
We're
this
just
world.
Not.
I exhale,
not.
the weight of my
You
own
go,
words
Annie.
twisting something in my
Love
gut.
you, girl.
Why do I care so much
You
that
keep
she
fighting the
believes?
good fight.
Why do I feel the need to protect that belief, even if I don't buy into any of it myself?
Just like putting
Damn,
in
these
broccoli.
fucking dreams are getting to me. The truth is, I don't understand what she sees, but for the first time, I want to, and that
No one
scares
is
the
putting
shit
in
out of me.
broccoli.
I exhale, steadying the sharpness in my voice. That's what I used to think, and maybe I still do. But now, I get why. Taking a breath, I try again.
So you're
After
saying
everything,
that you'll eat
I
watermelon,
don't blame
but
you.
not cantaloupe?
I see you need this. You have to
I
believe
do
there's
eat
something
watermelon,
bigger,
and
something
I
that
do
makes
eat
all of this
cantaloupe,
have
but I eat
meaning.
it with sugar.
I pause, my voice lowering. For all that I am, I do genuinely care for Callie. Hell, I'm doing this all for her. So I continue, trying to see things the way she does. I won't pretend I believe it, but I won't tear it down either. Not if it's what's keeping you alive. She looks up and her eyes are glistening, but she's not quite crying.
I guess that's the closest thing to support I'll get from you.
She forces a smile, but it doesn't
Am I
reach
the
her
only
eyes.
one that loves
There's a flash
cantaloupe?
of something else. Disappointment.
Honestly,
Or maybe
I don't
resignation,
know anyone
like she
that
hoped for more,
loves
even though she
cantaloupe.
knows better.
I really don't.
Probably, I say seriously.
Now that I think
I've seen her
about
cracks.
it, I'm just like,
I know
yeah,
how
I don't
deep
know
they
anybody.
go. For
You're
the first time in
person
years,
that
I don't
know
feel
that
angry
loves
about
cantaloupe.
it. I feel
You
responsible.
are the first.
I just don't want to feel alone.
I can check
She
that
says,
off my
lowering
life
her head.
list.
You have Jack.
That's not what I mean, Cade. I want in.
She says stubbornly.
Oh, she wants to fight
You're
the
not
Covenant.
coming with me.
Then share what you know. Don't lock me out. I promise I won't get in your way.
Give
I
me a full
hesitate, but
cantaloupe
she
and it's
stares me
going to be
down.
gone in 30
A small
minutes.
sense of something
That's
akin to
crazy.
pride wells in my chest, even though I'd prefer
Could
her
you
to
do
stay
that
out
with
of
a
my way.
watermelon?
She's not budging on this. You'll take what I give you. Stay out of Jack's way and stop calling me every hour like I'm going
Hell
to
no.
vanish. She smirks victorious.
I can accept that.
Oh,
For
so
now.
You don't like watermelon
So?
as much as you like cantaloupe.
How
Is
did
that
it
what
go?
I'm hearing?
After feeding her only the bare bones, I leave her and head to
Watermelon
Jack's
is
office.
bland.
He's not there. I sink into his chair, the cushion exhaling under my weight. His monitors glow, multiple news feeds, satellite footage, and his usual mess of surveillance chaos. I glance over it, but I'm not really paying attention. My thoughts are still stuck in that moment with
Watermelon
Callie.
is juicy and
Wish she
it's
looked
sweet.
at me.
Good.
Like if I didn't validate her belief in something, she'd vanish. Maybe that's what's fucking with me the most.
She said,
Because
"Good.
that look,
You'd be offended."
it's the same one I've seen in the mirror
You
more times than I
watermelon
care to
lovin'.
admit. She's not the only one clinging to something just to survive. I've just gotten better at pretending mine doesn't exist. And the worst part? I can't stop thinking that maybe she's right. Jack walks in with a bag of spicy chips, crunching one before he even speaks. All right, so don't be mad, he starts, voice casual, like he didn't just leave me alone with ghosts in my head. I raise a brow, unimpressed. I had eyes on Alan up until this morning. Then he ghosted. No pings. He
The
just
same way
went
you eat
dark.
cantaloupe because you
What
can
the
is the
fuck?
same I do with
You
watermelon.
let him slip. Hey, I didn't let shit slip. The guy
Oh,
probably
okay,
flew to
so
LA,
you have to
got into a
eat
private estate with
watermelon
order ties
with,
and left
like,
nothing
sugar
behind.
Or
He defends like the fucker didn't just let this monster slip through the cracks. I lean forward, scanning the monitors now as footage
Tahini?
rolls,
Do you eat,
blurry at the edges. Locations
do you
that
eat
don't
fruits
mean
with
anything to
tahini
me yet.
or no?
Jack keeps talking, detailing guard rotations, escape patterns, the logistics I
Watermelon
usually
flavored
live
stuff is
for.
good though.
But my mind is slipping.
Yes.
My eyes
Watermelon
catch on one of the
flavored stuff
monitors.
is the best.
The color is all wrong. Too blue. Too bright. The letters begin to bleed at the edges. I blink, but it doesn't stop. I turn my head slowly, letting my gaze fall to the galaxy prints framed
I
on the wall.
actually haven't really
Deep
tried
space.
tahini in a while.
My breath slows, chest
Really?
growing tight.
Why not?
Not from panic, but from
It's so
something
good.
stranger. It feels like I'm
I love
unraveling
making
from the
my own
inside
fruit
out.
bowls and then just
There's a voice in the back of my skull,
IDK.
pulling on my mind, like a thread under my
You
skin,
should. Next
dragging
time
me
you go to the
inward.
store,
I lean
get
into
you
the
a little
feeling without
thing of
realizing
tahini,
it, letting it take me.
you know, get you some
Those
cantaloupe.
hands,
That's
they're
what you
not
want.
real,
You know,
but I feel a
just
brush over my chest, creeping to my throat,
season
curious
that
and
bitch
familiar.
up.
My skin prickles with the feeling.
Does it
It's
make
that
your fruit
presence again.
unhealthy?
The one
yes,
I can't name.
but it tastes
The
good.
one that touched me in that dream. The one I haven't stopped feeling since. Cade? Jack's voice cuts through the static. I blink hard, snapping my head toward him as the room slams back into place. He's pointing at the screen. I follow his finger. Focus. Tragedy strikes. Billionaire Alan White and daughter Olivia found dead in crash.
Oh shit.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
So they died before he can even get
Chapter
to them.
5. Callisto. I know he isn't telling me everything,
Oopsies.
but from the little he did say,
Oopsies, we died.
I don't
before
think
you
I
could
want
kill
to
us.
know. How he
Sorry.
talked about the location sent shivers up my spine.
How was your
I
Halloween
pull out the tin of
been?
coffee and place 3 scoops of grounds in the filter. I flick the switch on the side of the machine. The red light flickers on and the machine roars to life. Resting my elbows on the countertop, I run my fingers through my hair, staring out the window. I look out at my garden, wishing it wasn't fall, taking my one source of solace from me. This is so fucked up, I mutter.
I got a signed copy of that.
Cade
new
has been
coach book.
planning this for years, carefully
New
strategizing
coach
the
book?
perfect attack plan. But now that it's actually happening, I
What
don't
is
like
this
it.
said coach book?
Right now,
Educate
I'm more
me.
concerned about how this is going to affect
Educate
him.
me.
You can't do the things he's talking about doing and walk away the same. My brother has been through a lot. Too much. He was always
Jason
training when I
Reynolds.
was little, and he always seemed so sad or angry. I could never really read him. To be honest,
By
it was a huge
Jason
surprise when he reacted the way he
Reynolds.
did after finding out what the Covenant had planned for me. Our parents had done a good job
You got
isolating
to
me
meet
from the
Jason
world.
Reynolds?
The
Did
only
he
friend I
sign
ever
the book
had
in
was
front of you?
Genevieve, if I could even call her that. We played a lot when we were kids. She was kind to me. That's been a rarity to me throughout my life. Kindness. Finally, the robust scent of coffee fills the air, providing my senses with a much-needed, though temporary, relief. I grab my favorite mug from the cupboard. I need a spoon for the sugar, but of course I forgot to empty the dishwasher.
I am gonna read it then
When I
sell it
turn
for
back
more than
around,
he sold the other books because
my
mine's
mug is
signed.
gone? Hold on. I
Why
rest
are
my
you
hand
gonna
on the
sell
counter where
it?
the
Why don't
mug
you
should
just
have
keep
been,
it?
as if it would magically appear. Confusion twists my face as I look back
Or
and
was that the
forth between
plan
the
all
island and the
along?
counter.
Was the plan all along
I
for you
give
to
up
sell
and
it?
open the cupboard to grab another. And there it is. My mouth drops open. I grab it gingerly, carefully setting it down like it might explode or disappear again. I pour myself a cup of coffee, adding 1.5 spoonfuls of sugar and stirring carefully as I hold the handle tight to ensure it doesn't get up and walk away. Nothing. I cautiously try a sip. Nothing. My headache begins to quell with the hit of caffeine. I genuinely don't know how much longer I can take feeling like I'm constantly on edge, just waiting for shit to happen. And now I've got a
Oh, yeah.
poltergeist. But why do I oddly find that comforting? With a breathless laugh, I say, if you're going to do something, just get it over with. And now I'm speaking to the air. It's too quiet. I gasp, feeling a sense
Does
of
she not have
contact
a
along my
TV or
collarbone.
something?
A
Like,
whisper.
bitch, turn the TV on.
Do I
watch
scare
some
you?
daytime TV.
Yes.
Like,
No, I reply.
she act like
Kate
she in
and Jack are
prison or
still
something.
upstairs going over their master
Like, you're at
plan,
home.
as if there is such a thing, while my demon surrounds me. I'm about to take my coffee back upstairs, ignore what is so clearly happening around me, when I hear,
So
I
when he
should.
retires, it goes up a ton more.
in a blink, every cabinet door flies open. I suck in a breath, heart
So are you gonna
pounding as
wait
I
till he
stand there for
retires
a
and
moment,
then
wide-eyed
sell
and
your
in
book?
shock, before rushing over and closing them one by one.
You evil person.
I grab
Why
my
would you
coffee and
say
run to the
that?
library down the
Good
hall, slamming the door shut behind me. I place my back
No, I do
against
not
it and hold
endorse
my hot
this.
mug of coffee to my chest like a safety net. I take a few deep breaths as I try to calm my
I say
pulse,
you keep it.
feelings of dread sinking into my
heirloom.
bones. I slide down the
Pass
door,
it
hands
down. Yes,
trembling,
you do.
still gripping my
Pass
cup,
it down to
eyes
your
shut tight.
children.
I feel the
Or
floor begin to
Emery's
vibrate under
children.
me, the room closing in on me.
You endorse everything.
I hold my breath as blackness
No, I
dances
don't.
across my vision,
You
limbs
can't
chilling
prove
as the
that.
vibration picks up like an earthquake isolated to this one room.
I don't know what you're talking
There is a
about.
roaring. I'm convinced this is all in my mind. I need to control myself. Fuck.
Those kids drank
As
the
my heartbeat
Kool-Aid
increases,
on their own.
I can feel the energy build, and then it bursts out of me. All I can do is keep my eyes shut, pray that I can hold it back. But the room is in chaos, thudding books flying off the shelves, falling to the floor. Stop, I plead. Stop! The scream rips out of me. I feel a banging against my back, and my eyes jolt open as I gulp in deep breaths. Callie? What the hell is going on? I hear Jack's muffled voice from the other side of the door. I look around the dark room, books littering the floor around me. I set my mug down and slowly stand. My face is wet from tears. I didn't even know I was crying. I open the door slowly. Jack looks both white as a sheet and ready to take on the world. When my eyes meet his, I'm met with concern. Are you okay? Callie, your nose is bleeding. He runs back to the kitchen and returns with a wash rag. He flicks the light on and begins wiping my nose. I grab it from him and back away. Holding the rag to my nose, my shoulders droop. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. He looks around the room, examining the mess, and walks over to me. He wraps me in a tight hug, and it only takes a moment before I sink into him. I'm still crying. My chest heaves as I let it all out. I'm scared, Jack,
Bosom.
I say between breaths. Shh, it's
Bosom
going to be okay,
heaves.
he says, holding me tight as he gently cups my head with one hand, the other tenderly tracing circles on my back. No, it won't be okay. He would never believe me if I told him what happened. Neither of them would. I'm in hell. Trapped in this house, this cursed body, this life. I'm losing whatever little of myself I had left. The only word that comes to mind
This girl
is
needs a fucking hobby.
despair. My tears begin to ease as the
Goodness.
familiar numbness washes over me. I stand in his arms,
Go to a
staring
yoga
at the wall
class or
behind him.
Zumba or something.
My nose burns from the blood still trickling into my sinuses. How depressing. Who the fuck do I think I am? I'm lucky to be alive at this point, even if it means miserably going about my days without purpose. A broken thing, a ticking time bomb. Nausea bubbles in my gut. I despise self-pity, and this pathetic state I find myself in. I keep falling, keep backpedaling. Every step forward I take, my mind and body push me back 3 steps. I'm not alive. I'm surviving, constantly waiting for the next bad thing. My arms are cold and heavy. The pain in my chest reverberates through my body. Everything Cade is doing, whatever the fuck is haunting me, it's petrifying. But even that takes a back seat to the overwhelming anxiety. I barely eat. I can't sleep without the nightmares waking me up. I need to show them I can handle this, even if it's just to prove it to myself. I'm done wasting away. I pull away from Jack, accepting that there is nothing he
Siri
can
thinks
do.
Emery is a Chewinny.
I'm on my own with this.
He
It
is
is
a
what it is.
Chewini.
Are
He's a
you gonna
big
be okay?
Chewini.
His voice is almost stern, wanting a genuine response. Should I be worried?
One would almost say
I'll be
he's
okay.
a scaredy cat.
I'm sorry,
But
I
he's
say in a
just
quiet
long.
voice.
He's just a long
I'm gonna go
boy.
to bed. I'll clean this up in the morning. I walk away, leaving no
He
room
might
for
have
a
some wiener
response.
dog genes in him.
When I make it to my room, I allow the weight of my body to sink into the mattress. I'm not okay. I've never been okay. But I will be.
Chapter 6. Cade. Flashes of bodies and blood. The sharp sound of screaming tears me from sleep, but it's not a dream. It's a memory. The first sacrifice I witnessed. Shoving it away, I wake, sort of. Eyes wide open, but my body won't move. I'm stuck staring at the ceiling, limbs heavy, chest tight. Panic stirs low in my gut as I adjust to my surroundings. The room is dark, but not empty. I notice something in the air, like smoke. It moves with intent, graceful and fluid as it hovers. I try to move, but my muscles won't respond. Why the fuck can't I move? Just then the haze shifts, the shape warping until it almost looks like hands. I try to shut my eyes, but I can't even do that. Then I feel pressure, cool and weightless. As I focus on the touch, it's feather light, but I feel it. The hand rests on my chest. It eases my breath. The panic doesn't vanish, but it dulls. The form shifts again, circling around to my side. One hand stays pressed over my heart, grounding me, while the other traces down my body, slow and careful. My mind races to catch up with my body. I want to ask what this is. I want to scream, but I can't. And then, a kiss. Soft, just at the crook of my neck. A chill races down my spine, but not from fear. From something else. Something worse. I feel safe, and my eyes are able to close, finally. Just for a second. What is this? Comfort? I want to lean in, but I still can't move, can't speak. I can't do anything but exist in the blissful, terrifying silence. It's just a dream. It has to be. Not real. I struggle to vocalize my thoughts.
I wonder what
You're not real, ghost. Just a trick of my fucked up brain. The thought hits hard and bitter. Immediately the pressure lifts. A withdrawal. Like I heard it. No. No, don't go. But no sound escapes. No plea reaches it. My body jerks and I bolt upright, sweat-soaked and breathless once again. No! I don't know why I said it. Instinct, maybe. My hand flies to my neck, fingers grazing the exact spot I felt those lips. The skin is cool, sensitive, too real. I scratch at it hard, trying to replace sensation with pain. I look over to my bedside table. The clock reads 3:33. Again. This is fucking annoying. Laying back down, I stare at the back of my eyelids for too long, tossing and turning every so often, but sleep never finds me. Eventually, I check the clock again. 5:15. Damn it. I throw the covers back, swinging my legs out of bed and grabbing my jeans from the chair near the window. As I pull them on, I feel it again. That stare. Eyes on me. Always. I grab my shirt. They must like what they see. I'm an attractive guy, what can I say? A dry laugh slips out, but it fades just as fast, because I'd be crazy to derive pleasure from the look of something unseen. Right? I yank the shirt over my head and sit on the edge of the bed, hand covering my mouth. This isn't normal. This isn't right. There's no possible fucking way any of this is real. I'm paranoid, stressed, spiraling. It makes sense. It has to make sense.
He's like, there's no
I push the
way
thought
a
down,
ghost
burying it
jerked
under
me
the
off.
usual
It
weight
just
of
can't
logic.
happen.
Only the logical
No
is
way.
trustworthy. Coffee. I need coffee. The comforting smell of fresh coffee grounds fills my nose, bitter and earthy. Callie always makes it strong. I make my way to the kitchen and pour myself a mug, leaning against the counter like it's the only thing keeping me upright. I can feel myself slipping. The line between what's real and what's not blurs more every day. The anxiety, tight chest, blurred vision, my hands that won't fucking steady. I grip my mug tighter. Maybe it's hallucinations or panic attacks. It doesn't matter.
Emery's
I have to
mad at
push
me.
forward. But this
Why
presence,
is he mad at you?
this thing in the dark
Because you
that
called
won't
him a
leave me alone.
chewini?
Even now I feel it. Despite my logic, I don't want to break it apart like I do with everything else. It makes me feel safe. I don't know what that says about me. I constantly remind myself to focus, to be better, stronger, less distracted. But this ghost is there every time I close my eyes. Something that should be an unwelcome distraction, but if I'm honest,
'Cause I
I
told
don't
him
want
to
lose
stop
it.
dragging his tongue
I
over
shudder
my
at the
fresh
thought,
sheets.
recalling the events of last night.
Jesus, Cade. You look like shit.
What?
My eyes shoot to Callie,
Why
who
is
is
he
already sitting at the
dragging his
table.
tongue over your
Snapping out of my
sheets?
thoughts, I grunt and take a long
What the
sip of my
heck?
coffee, ignoring her. She stares and doesn't drop it.
IDK, he's
What?
so weird.
I finally snap, sharper than I
is
intended.
weird.
Her eyebrows lift.
I've never seen a dog
Nothing.
drag their tongue
You just
over
look
sheets. That's funny.
Off. Didn't sleep?
Don't start. I growl.
Oh, baby boy Emery.
And there's that look she does. The one where her mouth wants to fight, but her eyes know she's already lost. She shrinks a little in her chair, and I instantly feel like shit. Not because I yelled, but because she's used to it. She exhales, attempting to deflect my misdirected anger.
So, what's going on with the mission or whatever?
I sit across from her, mug between my hands. Ellen White's gone dark. Her brows pulled together.
It's like he's doing
What
it
do you
on
mean,
purpose.
gone dark? Isn't he the guy whose daughter...
Of course
Yeah,
he's doing it on purpose.
Olivia White. I was waiting for the
He
news
knows
of her
it's gonna
death
upset
to
you.
drop.
He's like,
Instead, they ran a story
pay
saying
attention
both
to
she and
me.
Alan died in the crash.
I'm a
Same
needy
day.
child.
Honestly, not surprising. What were they going to say? Eris stabbed in the neck during orgy? That'd be fucking hilarious. Callie blinks, surprised.
What the hell?
Exactly. It's bullshit. He faked his death, slipped out under a new alias, Jack tracked him to LA, and then... nothing. Radio silence. She frowns.
You think he's with the Covenant?
I nod. Or he's hiding with one of their upper ring bastards. Either way, we'll find him. There's a pause,
so he
then she
didn't
leans
die in the
forward
car
slightly.
accident. He
What about his
faked his
wife?
death because
I raise a brow.
his daughter died.
Rosa?
Yeah.
He
Could she be
busted
a way
nuts
in?
in her and then put
I
his
shake
knife
my
in her
head,
neck.
dismissing the idea. Nah, Rosa White's all flash, parties, spending money, showing off. She was never close with Alan in
He's
the
trying
cult's
to
inner
steal my chili
circles.
spoon.
I breathed
I
the
want
next
your
words through
chili
my
spoon.
teeth, pissed off, not at her, but that he's slipping through the cracks. Not that I ever
I don't know
saw.
why that sounds delicious.
Callie
but it
tilts her
does.
head, unconvinced.
Still might be worth looking into.
I roll my eyes. Sure, I'll keep that in mind. The moment stretches, tense but quiet, almost bearable. Then Jack strolls in, humming some ungodly pop song, and goes straight for the coffee pot. Shirtless, barefoot, bedhead in full glory. You two look chipper this morning. Both of us groan. Callie mutters,
It's not even 7. Why are you like this?
Jack shrugs, pouring his coffee. Some of us are emotionally well-adjusted. I snort into my mug. Callie shoots him a death glare.
Touché.
He leans on the counter, sipping with a smug grin. So, what did I miss?
He
Callie doesn't even
PMOFR.
look at me. She just says flatly,
We're gonna look into Rosa White.
Jack blinks. Really? Her?
Hey, that's what
I
happens when you
sigh,
have a
finishing the
child,
last of my
you
coffee.
know?
Apparently. But the words taste wrong in my mouth, like I already regret underestimating her. Jack and I take our coffees and make our way into his office, Callie trailing behind us. The second we
He's
cross
just a
the
big
threshold, I
baby.
shoot her
He
a
doesn't
stern
know
look
better.
that she knows means I'm in no mood for her shit.
I won't touch anything.
She says quickly, hands up.
I'll stay quiet.
Like how
I give
do
a
you
quick
cause this
nod,
much destruction
pointing.
about 10 minutes
You
after you got
stay
out?
over there. No breathing down our necks while we work.
I get it. I'll stay on the back wall.
Giving her my back, Jack drops into his chair and
God,
starts
he was
tapping away at the
plotting and
keyboard.
planning, that's what
The
it
wall of
was.
monitors lights up
He was
like a
like,
command
yeah.
center.
Yeah, I got something
All
for you.
right, let's see if our fashion-obsessed widow is up to anything interesting, Jack mutters to himself. The next few minutes are a blur of code, surveillance footage, and low-level cyber stalking. Her socials are still active, but the posts are off. Inconsistent timestamps, locations that don't match. Either they're scheduled or old shots. She's not where she says she is. Jack's fingers fly over the keyboard. There! A wire transfer from one of her shell companies hit a burner account out of New Mexico yesterday. Weird timing. I step forward, staring at the screen. What's the account tagged to? Anonymous? But the routing path links back to a private defense firm with known off-record affiliations. The kind of group that launders secrets and builds tech for people who don't officially exist. That screams order. But it's not Alan. Jack shakes his head. Nope. Track the signal through 3 proxies. He's not with them. He's alone. A smile slowly spreads across my face. Perfect. Jack frowns. Still doesn't tell us where. Callie speaks for the first time since entering the room.
He's probably holed up somewhere eating cold Chef Boyardee out of a can like a scared little rat.
Jack freezes. Say that again. Callie blinks and repeats slowly.
Chef Boyardee?
Jack spins back to the keyboard. No, the hiding. He's not in a facility. He's off the grid. He's being cheap, scared. That narrows the radius. Think motels, cash-only rentals, no cameras. He clicks a few more times, scanning databases. Boom! Got him! Last known credit card swipe was at a gas station half a mile from a rundown motel in Nevada. He's not laying low with the Covenant. He's hiding in plain sight. And he's panicked. Amateur. Jack turns the screen, revealing a grainy
October
still
Canon
from a
event happened
motel
yet?
parking lot. Nice
My
work, Cal.
October Canon
I stand up
event?
slowly, gaze fixed on the screen.
Sadly,
Callie eyes me warily.
no.
What are you going to do?
I smirk.
I'd either
Get some
that or it's
answers.
happened, and I don't
Through
know
his
that it's
teeth
happened
or his
yet.
fingernails, whichever gives first.
Which I would think your canon event, you would know. That
Chapter
it is
7.
happening, but maybe you don't. I don't know.
Callisto.
I don't think it has.
The look on my face
I
could
think mine
probably
is more of
tell
like
1,000
December,
words.
you know.
What?
We're late. Sorry. We missed
I went
you by
from
a
feeling
couple
proud of my
months.
remark actually
It's
leading
coming,
to
though.
Alan's
It's coming in the
location to
mail.
feeling sick to my stomach. My brother is crazy. I know the way we were raised was entirely different. He a weapon, me a sacrifice. But is he certifiable? Something is definitely off with my brother. I have no doubt that it has something to do with the pendulum. I don't even know how it got here. It just kind of showed up. One moment there was just the grimoire, and
Hold
the
on, I
next
have to
it was
fight Emery
laying
over
there,
a nail polish
like it was
bottle
always
RQ.
there. But something in my gut told me that I needed to give it to him.
That
That
boy
calling on the
is just
spirits or whatever
causing
is connected to that
mayhem
thing
and
might help
destruction.
him, might save him. I hate the idea of this mission. I hate his entire goal.
I'm gonna go get some.
But I promised myself I would try to understand the position he's in. That I would do anything I could to try to be helpful. We're all we have, after all. But I'm unstable. My nerves are frayed and exposed, too sensitive to the touch. I know the second I allow myself to feel everything, I could lose control. And I don't know what that looks like. Trying to fix what's broken is hard. And having hope? Well, that's even harder. But I'm trying. Despite all my efforts, the dread is still there looming over me, waiting to creep in when I least expect it. The concoction of fear and anxiety is creating this potent and toxic perception in the depths of my mind. An unholy configuration that separates me from who I think I am. I don't even know who I am. I've never had a chance to find out.
Told you that's
But
why
I
you need to
do
go to
know
Pilates or some shit. You
I
need a
am
hobby,
more
girl.
than my trauma. I am more than my pain. I am more. I exhale a breath in an attempt to center myself and prepare to attack this head on, with logic instead of emotion. Jack and Cade may not want to hear it, but they will know my thoughts on the matter. I grit my teeth. Cade,
What?
he
Hear me out
snaps.
on the speaker of God.
I
Alright.
think if you're going to do this, you should focus on choosing your location. The desert would be a
Do you
good
mean
place.
that
I
this
stumble over myself, wanting to
speaker
retch
is
at my
a
next words.
hear you out?
Bodies
Like
decay quickly in the desert,
you like low
and if he's in
key,
Nevada, it
kinda-
wouldn't be too difficult to smuggle him to one of the abandoned mine shafts out there.
Yep.
Cade quirks a
I
brow and
see.
looks over at Jack. He looks almost impressed.
Who is
almost.
this? Who is this speaker of
Jack goes
God?
back to
Who is
clacking on
this?
his keyboard. I can pull a list of some of our best options. His fingers move even quicker. Better than your idea of winging it, he says
He'll send an
sarcastically
image.
with a glance at Cade. I just want to say, for the record, I don't like this. Torturing a man? This feels like you're taking it too far. And I know you don't want to hear it, but I need you to, I say, looking at Cade.
Is it this?
He steps over to me and places his hands on my shoulders, pushing them back as he looks down
Is
at
it
me.
that?
I appreciate your concern. I know this
I don't know, I
seems
just
wrong
Googled
to
it.
you, but I need you to know how essential it is that I get whatever information this man has.
He speaks with sincerity.
I've seen a boy barely younger than you fall to that man's blade. He doesn't deserve your empathy, Callie.
It's not him I care about. It's you. It's what spending every moment planning and executing these missions will do to you.
And as much as I appreciate that, I feel that you underestimate my ability. I'll be fine. You just focus on yourself.
He says, walking back over to Jack and making a hand gesture for me to leave. Fine. I'm not even sure there was any point in telling him how I feel. He's going to do what he wants anyway. My feelings be damned. I walk away, toward the door, when I hear Cade speak once more.
That looks like a perfect location.
He turns his head toward me.
Good call.
I give him a tight-lipped smile as I shut the door behind me. I could use some air. Heading to the front porch, I sit on the swing Cade built for me, my focus shifting to the tree line beyond. It's beautiful here,
Oh,
I have
okay.
to admit.
Yep, that's exactly
This may
what I
be
had
my
saw.
prison, but a lovely prison it
Okay.
is. The chill in the
mean,
air
I ain't
bites
gonna
at
lie to
my
you, that one
nose,
is not
and I
even
wrap
a
my
hear me
cardigan
out.
around
That one is a
myself and
like,
pull the sleeves down over my hands. I lean my head back, sighing heavily. The wind begins to pick up, and goosebumps rise over my skin. The wind howls, bringing with it an eerie sound, as if it's calling my name. I look toward the trees. I scan the area, and my eyes focus on a shadowy figure near a tree. A figure. It must be almost 7 feet tall.
oh,
A black mass of curling smoke.
is that her
I
demon?
blink. It's the shadows playing tricks on me again. It shifts, moving side to side and pulsing, as if to show me it's there. It wants me to know it's there. I'm completely frozen as it approaches, afraid that if I do turn around to run inside, it will be on my heels. That same scent from earlier flooding my nostrils. Amber and earth.
Yeah, it's alabaster.
My heart is pounding out of my chest, but all I can do is stare, immobile, as if I'm in a trance, waiting for it to do something. It doesn't seem to have any features. At least none that I can make out. I can't tell if it's looking at me or facing away in its approach. The sky is starting to darken. The shadows stretching, and the figure become too difficult to focus on. For a moment, I feel a jolt of panic rush through me, or is it anticipation for what my shadow will do? I can't look away as we come face to face. His hand reaching out and caressing my cheek like a lover would.
You are mine, and soon I will own every part of you.
It's in that moment that I instinctively yell for Cade in an ear-piercing shriek. Immediately, I hear heavy footfalls from inside the house. My shadow disappears as if he were never there. The door is pulled open quickly and Cade flies out, scanning the yard. Turning towards me, he asks,
What's wrong?
I lean forward, finally feeling safe enough to look away from the forest. I'm sorry, I start, but he cuts me off.
Stop apologizing. It's my job to keep you safe. What happened?
Knowing he won't believe what I saw, I hesitate, but then speak anyway. I saw something, I say, pointing to the last place I saw the figure. In the woods. The area is now drenched in darkness.
Are you saying you saw a person?
Cade pulls out his phone, turning on the light. No, I don't think so. I just saw a shadow.
It's all shadows out here, Callie. But I'll do a perimeter check just in case. I'll go tell Jack to check the cameras.
No, I interrupt. I'll go tell him. I rush inside before he can argue. I'm cold and I don't want to be out here any longer. I rush to Jack's office, plopping into the armchair in the corner. Cade wants to do a quick perimeter check. He says to check the cameras, I say while rubbing my temples. Jack frowns but pulls up the feed. I want to tell them it's pointless, that they aren't going to find anything. I know it's in here with me.
Chapter 8.
Mikey!
I make my way over to the
I
garage.
love you
Pushing the
too,
door
man.
open takes more force than it should. I need to fix that hinge. I sift through all of my drawers in an attempt to find my spotlight. Where the fuck did it go? I swear to God, one of these days I'm gonna hide Jack's controller if he keeps putting his hands on my shit. I finally find it in a drawer that I know I didn't leave it in, and make my way back outside to the
It's
tree
almost
line.
Thanksgiving.
Callie may have thought that she
It is
saw a
almost
shadow,
Thanksgiving.
but I know damn well that's not the scariest
ready?
thing that could be out in those woods.
Are you ready
If
for
I
the
made any
turkey?
slip-ups on my mission, there's a chance we
food
could be
comas?
traced back to this place. I follow the path outside the woods, keeping an eye out for any signs of movement. I move toward the spot Callie pointed to earlier, then stop. I can hear a faint rustling about 10
I only
feet
eat
into
20
the
pounds of
trees
ham.
and turn on the spotlight, pointing it in the direction of the
yes.
noise. I dig my
Like a
feet in and
cultured
prepare for a fight.
person.
A fucking deer pops its head up
You better
and
put
immediately
cranberry
books it
sauce
deeper
on
into the
that ham.
forest. God damn it, Callie. I shake my head and make my way back to the garage, tossing the spotlight onto the workshop bench. I look over my latest project, the birdhouse Callie wants for her garden in the
Cranberry
backyard.
sauce?
It's not much,
Yes.
but that garden is the
Do
only
you
sense
not
of
have
freedom
ham
I've
with
been able to
cranberry
grant her.
sauce?
So I do my best to help her spruce it up with my woodworking. Keeps my mind busy too.
I appreciate you for
Might as
thinking
well
I'm
take
the
this
goat, man.
opportunity to pack a bag, I think, pulling out my duffel from under the bench. I begin opening all of my
Cranberry
drawers,
sauce is the
examining every
best.
weapon at my disposal
Cranberry sauce
while
is so
imagining all
good.
the things I could do to
Oh,
Alan
girl.
when I finally get
I'm
a hold
telling you,
of
you're
him.
missing out.
I carefully
I am
and methodically pack every weapon along with some
What's
rope
good?
and morphine.
It's good to
I lift
have
the
you
duffel
back.
over my
I
shoulder,
appreciate
pick
you,
up
man.
a canister of gasoline
Appreciate
and walk it
you. I
over to
love
my
you.
truck,
I
setting the
eat
canister in
cranberry
the
sauce
back.
by itself.
I open the passenger door and
Cranberry
toss the
sauce
bag
by itself
inside.
is good.
The only pleasure I'll be receiving
Okay,
from this is
definitely.
knowing that the
Try it
man
with
I'm
ham,
doing
though.
this to deserves it.
Put it on that honey
I'm not
ham.
completely fucked in the head. Yet. Maybe
Girl,
Callie has a point.
you're gonna
But even if she
explode.
does, it won't make a
You're
difference.
gonna explode.
I have to do
Yo,
this. I
hey,
owe her that much.
I appreciate
She deserves
you.
a
I love
chance
you.
to have a normal life.
I can't
As normal
handle
as
all
she
the
can
love.
anyway. She might be a little crazy, but who the fuck am I to talk?
Mikey, what
And
do
who
you
could
think
blame
about
her?
cantaloupe?
Our parents kept her completely isolated, and now I'm doing the same. She is desperately trying to hold on to whatever her imagination comes up with. Maybe she's gone stir crazy. I've kept her here to try to keep her safe, but she is
We
losing
gonna
it.
resolve TS
And she's
now.
old enough now that she should be afforded a bit of freedom. Just a bit. Jack has all the materials to make fake IDs.
We can even
He
bring
pretty
Janny
frequently has to
into
make them
this.
for me.
Janny.
That would at
what do
least
you
give me
think about
some peace of
cantaloupe?
mind. It's been long enough that people shouldn't recognize her. I walk into the office to find Jack sitting at his computer. Yo, I'm just finishing up that perimeter check. We're all clear, he says, not looking up. I'm aware, I say, my voice flat. Bambi scared her. You serious? He asks
Oh,
with a
there's a
smile.
deer outside.
Bless her heart. That's adorable. He chuckles to himself. I pull my brows
Lucky
together
cool.
and change the subject.
See how he says nothing.
I want to make her a new ID. You think you can manage that before
Yeah,
I
you want
leave?
to know why he says
He rolls his
nothing?
Saying
chair
it's
toward
good.
me, a surprised
Because
look on his
he
face.
doesn't want to hurt your feelings
yeah?
and say that cantaloupe
What made you
isn't
want to
good.
do that? She needs to get the
No,
fuck
he's
out
not
of the
saying it's
house.
good.
Not too far, but going into town should be fine, I say, shrugging. Hell yeah. I have the template left over from your last one. Should only take me a few hours. I got you, he says, a little too pleased. Take her out, do something fun. Just get her out of her fucking head. Can do, boss, he says, fingers working the keyboard. Just don't have too much fun. Keep her safe. And just to put this out there, I'm not above cutting your dick off, shoving it down your throat, and sewing your lips shut. Jag pauses for a moment, not acknowledging my threat.
Ayo,
That's
what?
fine, he knows I mean it. It's always been a concern of mine, those
It's
two.
the truth.
But despite
you know?
his
He doesn't
stalker-like
wanna hurt your
nature and
feelings.
weak
He's
spot
just
for
like,
women in
you
general,
know, let me not
he's
hurt
been
her
trustworthy
feelings. Let me
and is
just-
damn good at
let me
what
just
he
ignore
does.
the question.
I found him when the Covenant
Cantaloupe is
sent me
low-key
on one of my first
disgusting.
missions. Jack was just a kid, but he had smuggled over $1 million out of one of the Covenant's offshore accounts. I was ordered to execute him, but instead, I decided to cut him a deal, one he was happy
It is
to
not.
take. He works for me, and I gave him security, a safe
We need
place,
bananas
and a
in
purpose.
here. We need
He has a fetish for
bananas in
pulling
here,
things
okay?
apart to see how they work,
I feel like
from
bananas would take
security
my side, I don't know,
systems
though.
to people's minds. Over the years, we have become close. The plan
You
was
are her
always to get
Pookie,
me and
so
Callie out of
she might
there
take your
so
side.
we could have a life. But when I found out about the Covenant's plans, it didn't take me and Jack long to organize a hasty escape. Those two became fast friends, and after all this time, I know I can trust he will
YKW,
do
put a poll
everything
in
to
the
keep her
DC
safe.
without saying your position on it.
I sigh audibly.
Okay, I will.
Listen, I need to
my
thank
phone?
you, Jack. I grit my teeth. If I didn't have you,
That's fine.
a lot of what I do wouldn't be possible. And no matter what, I know she won't be alone. He turns, a smile playing on his lips. Hey,
Here's
man.
polls.
You and Callie are the closest thing I have to family. I was off the deep end when you found me. You gave me a chance to prove myself. I don't intend on squandering that. We're a team. A fucked up trio going up against the man. He grins.
Here,
I live for this shit.
What?
I'm just
what is
worried
the
about
question?
Maybe
Okay,
they
I'll
fucked her
let
up too
you
much.
write out the question.
Nah, she's more resilient
That way
than
you
you
don't
think.
feel like I'm sabotaging.
We all got
her.
our own shit going on. We may not get her, but
You
we
write
are
out the
still
question.
here for
What
her.
should the question be?
He turns back to his screens. Stop overthinking. You're doing everything you can. She may not like it now, but one day she will thank you for it. I pause at his words. He's right. One day she will get to settle down, get married, have kids. She will get to live the life she deserves, and it will be on her terms. That's what has kept me going. I just don't want to focus so much on the future I picture for her that I neglect her now. That's why this is a good idea. Let her have a little leash, have normal experiences with normal-ass people. That's what I want for her. I'll deal with the cesspool that lingers over us. I don't care what I have to do or what it does to me if it keeps her hands clean. That's why I never wanted her involved in the first place.
Oh,
But
you
she
want me
isn't
to
a kid
write it?
anymore.
All right, I was gonna.
I can't just distract her from the
question.
reality of this. I can't shelter her from everything, no matter how much
put,
I want to. She will keep
do
asking questions and keep digging for
enjoy
answers.
eating cantaloupe?
All that matters is that
Okay,
she is
that's what I'm
safe
gonna
right
put.
now. I grab the door handle and look over at Jack. I'm gonna go take a shower and finish getting
I am
ready.
trying to stop
Leave
my
everything
son
on your
from
desk
eating
and I'll grab
tissue.
it in the morning. No problem. Maybe I should be less concerned about micromanaging her and more concerned about whatever the fuck is going on
if
with
he
me.
eats it, you're gonna have to
As much
pull
as
it
I
out of
want
his
to
butt.
deny it, these dreams, this feeling, it's really starting to
Every
fuck with
time
me.
I look away, man.
They feel too good, too real. I keep finding that I don't want to leave the dreams. I make my way to the bathroom, the door clicking shut behind me. I turn the water on and strip my clothes off, throwing them into a heap on the floor. I shake my head, attempting to push the thought from my mind. It's not fucking real. I step into the shower, hoping the heat of the water will burn the thought from my mind. But it's not enough. I can feel you watching me. You're always here, in the back of my mind. The steam curls around my body like fingers. I try to hone in on the water hitting the tile, my head bowed, palms planted on the slick wall in front of me. But I become too aware of my
posted it in
body,
the DC.
focusing too hard on my chest, rising with each inhale, trembling with restraint I don't understand. Or maybe I do. I grip my teeth and my eyes fall shut. The image of you forms instantly. Never your face, but your presence. I drag my hand slowly across my abdomen, feeling the way my stomach flexes under my own touch. I wrap my hand around my cock, the pressure deliberate. I stroke myself slowly, my thumbs circling over the head, smearing the pre-cum down my length until my grip slides. I brace against the wall, my head falling forward as I imagine it's you touching me. I imagine your mouth tracing along my jaw, down my neck, over my chest. Yes,
Sending
just
what
like
down
that.
what?
I grunt. I squeeze tighter, my pace quickening, the wet
said,
rhythmic
"Wait,
sound
what
filling
now?"
the space. Your presence circles me as I bite back a
He's
moan.
dreaming of his
My imagination turning the water into your hands, dragging down my back.
ghost
I fuck into my
lady or
hand like
whatever.
it's your mouth begging to be claimed. My muscles tense.
While he
Shit.
chokes the
I mutter
chicken.
under my breath. My grip tightens. I'm so close. My body twitches as my pace quickens. I jerk harder as your mouth takes me in my mind. My head leans back as my orgasm hits hard, and I savor it, milking every
God.
last drop from myself. My breath ragged. It's not enough. I want more. I want you.
He's like, I want you, ghost lady.
Chapter 9. Callisto. I lie down on my bed, reading the smutty romance Jack picked up for me in town. The painfully slow burn finally breaks. He kisses her. The tension spills into something hungry, and my breath catches as I feel the whisper of a hand trailing down my abdomen.
Do you need my help, darling?
I keep reading, stomach flipping with each word as the characters start fucking in vivid detail. I need it, I whisper. Pressure builds between my legs, and I let myself get lost in the hand drifting under the blanket, attempting to quelch the growing need.
Spread them wider for me.
And I do. The lights begin to flicker, and I'm lost in the sensation,
Can she hear
entirely
him or
giving
not?
into it. I need this.
Callie, why the hell is your door locked?
Oh,
My door handle jiggles violently, followed by pounding. Cade. I jump, flushed and annoyed. Fuck him.
hey.
Scrambling upright, I swing the door open.
Hider Molko.
You trapped me in
Thank
this
you for
house like a
follow.
prisoner, and now I can't
Appreciate
even
you.
have privacy.
If it means you're safe, yes.
How about fuck you? What do you want?
He
I
walked
snap.
in on her.
He smirks, pulling
Flicking
a
the
small
bean.
envelope from his back pocket.
Jack got you new ID. There's also a credit card.
My eyes widen, something akin to hope blooming in my chest. Wait, does this mean I can leave?
You can go into town, but not without Jack. No risks. I get it, you need some freedom.
I fight the sting of tears that threaten to fall. A warmth blooms in my chest. It's not everything, but it's something. I smile and wrap my arms around him. Maybe too tightly because he stiffens, clearly hating it. But I don't care. Thank you. He pulls back, locking eyes with me.
Don't make me regret this. If anyone figures out who you are, we're done.
I'll be low-key. Don't worry.
You'll do exactly what Jack says. Got it?
I shrug and tuck the cards into my wallet, replacing my real ID.
I'll be back in a few days.
He turns to leave, but I catch his sleeve. He only meets my eyes for a moment, jaw set, before I speak. Be careful. He doesn't respond, just nods and walks away. I watch him disappear down the stairs, and for a second, I feel it again. That same gentle presence from when I gave him the pendulum. I whisper into the silence, say, "Take care of him, okay? He doesn't know it yet, but he needs you." As soon as my brother pulls out of the driveway, Jack sidles up next to me. Want to get out of here? You have no idea. We've been driving for about 30 minutes before I finally speak up. So, where exactly are we going? You'll see, Jack says with a big grin. We're almost there. You better not be taking me to a fucking strip club, Jack. He laughs as he turns into a small gravel parking lot. There's a little building with a sign that reads, Carmelitas. A restaurant? I ask, my brow raised in confusion. They have the best enchiladas. You'll love it, he says, pulling the keys from the ignition, stepping out of the truck and turning to me. Come on, let's go. I reluctantly exit the truck. The building looks old. Red, green, and white banners hang from the outdoor seating area. He opens the door for me. Ladies first. I give him the side eye and walk past. Table for two? The hostess asks with a smile. Yes, ma'am. Jack speaks up. She grabs 2 menus, ushering us to a booth in the back. Any suggestions? I ask, sliding into my seat across from him. He leans in excitedly, pointing to the menu. You're gonna want their chimichangas. They are to die for. Oh, and their deep-fried ice cream. And they have the best margaritas.
I haven't had a
He says
chimichanga
enthusiastically.
in I don't know how long.
I'm sorry. Did you say deep-fried ice cream? I look to where he is pointing on the menu. How does that even work? I think they freeze-dry it or something, but it's amazing. Want to try it? I nod slowly. I will admit I'm curious. Let's get it. After we order, Jack jumps out of the booth and jogs up to our server, whispering something in her ear before coming back over. What was that? I ask. You'll see, he says with a mischievous smile. It doesn't take long for our food to arrive. I pick up my fork and take my first bite, and my gods, it's delicious. I look up and see Jack is focused on his phone. My heart drops. We shouldn't be hearing from Cade until he gets to Alan's last known location, and that won't be for a while. If it's him, something could be wrong. I speak through my full mouth. Is everything okay? Yeah. He laughs, turning the phone to show a picture of me taking a very large, very unflattering bite of food. I reach across the table to grab the phone, my mouth still full. Delete that! No way! You look cute. he says with a genuine smile. I sit back in the seat, crossing my arms in protest, and decide to ignore him for the remainder of my meal. I focus on the intricate wooden carvings on the booth behind him. Images of cowboys riding horses, beautifully done.
I am not a
It reminds
Gunnar
me
Jack.
of Cade, and when he made me
You
the
are a
most
Gunnar.
beautiful vanity with
You're
intricate
the biggest
roses
Gunnar
carved
of
on the
them all.
sides. I smile despite myself. It's one of the few things I kept from our old house. How he combined his carving capabilities with my love of flowers was incredibly thoughtful. It's hard to picture him working on something so small and detailed. But it's his thing. Isolating himself in his workshop and eventually coming out with the most beautiful things. It took me months to talk him out of building every piece of furniture in the house. I wanted an actual couch with cushions, not a damn bench that looks like it belongs in a museum. My thoughts are interrupted when a loud bell rings behind me. I jump at the sound as 4 servers come to our table singing happy birthday. They drop a large sombrero on my head and slide 2 shots of clear liquid in front of me. Not knowing how to respond, I sit there smiling like an idiot while they sing. Jack, phone in hand, is smiling
Oh,
ear to
baby.
ear, clearly
A
recording the
silver
moment.
box.
I shoot him a death glare.
Thank you.
It's not even my
I will
birthday.
cherish you forever.
As if he can read my mind, he shrugs. Free shots. He picks them up, handing me one. He drinks his and slams it on the table, and I follow his movements. The burn going down my throat makes me wince, and I exhale as if I'm breathing fire. The servers are cheering. I nod and thank them as they walk
I
away.
am tough.
Our server setting our check down on the table as I ask for our ice cream to
Damn
go
right
before she
you
joins
are.
them.
Flex
Was
on
that
'em.
completely necessary? I ask. No, but watching your reaction
flex
was
on 'em,
fucking
Mikey.
worth it, he says, smirking. What was in that shot? I ask,
Mikey,
taking a sip of the sweet
Do
tea I
you
ordered.
like cantaloupe?
That, my dear, was tequila. Okay, I'll admit, this was fun, I say, admiring the rim of the hat still on my head. Do I get to keep this? The server walking past speaks before Jack can answer. No, you can leave it at the register on your way out. I look away, embarrassed, and Jack laughs. You're a dick, I say with venom before laughing with him. So, he takes a breath. You ready for our next stop? I don't think so. No, I think you're gonna like this one. I follow him to the front, reluctantly returning the beautiful sombrero to the hostess while he pays the bill. The sky is just starting to get dark as we step out of the restaurant, the deep blue casting an eerie atmosphere over our parking spot. Chills creep down my spine. For a moment, just a moment, I had almost forgotten about everything. Even the thing I know is watching me. I pause, staring at the shadowy tree line. Callie? Jack says with concern. Come on. I robotically move toward the truck as he leans over to open my door from the
I don't
driver's
like
seat.
cantaloupe.
I let myself sink into my seat,
You and me,
the leather
both,
squeaking under
brother.
me. All
You
right,
and me both.
he says, clapping his hands together. Ready to get your ass kicked?
Good.
What?
His words pull me out of whatever moment I was having.
There's
He
no
pulls
way.
out a huge sack and it jingles in his hand. We're going to the fucking arcade, he says with an exaggerated, enthusiastic voice. My shoulders perk up a bit.
We really
That
need
actually
bananas in
sounds
here.
fun. I look
Wanna
at him
know
with a
if
faux
she
serious
likes
face.
cantaloupe or not.
Just please promise me it won't involve any more singing.
YKW,
He laughs
it's
under
okay.
his breath as he turns the key, shifts the truck into gear.
You know what?
Scout's
All right.
honor.
More cantaloupe for me.
Chapter 10. Alabaster. I watch as Callie and Jack approach the large building, lit up in an array of neon lights. They walk arm in arm, almost skipping. I fucking hate this guy. I don't trust anyone who is that happy. It's fucking weird. But, despite my reservations, I've never seen her smile like that before. Problem is, it's not me who's causing it. Why the hell does that bother me? They seem close. Too close.
Uh-oh.
I could always possess the fucker. That could be fun, but it would ruin her night. Maybe another time. I follow behind them as they go to the counter, my eyes zoning in on how well her ass fills out her jeans. For a goddess that doesn't get out much, she has the most exquisite frame. A large bowling alley sits to one side of the entertainment space, people filling the lanes. Jack shamelessly flirts
God,
with the girl,
why?
handing them their wristbands. Gods, what an ass! Callie appears to agree, judging by the annoyed look she flashes him as she walks away. It's in that moment that I sidle up next to her, my fingertips brushing her hair away from her face. Her skin pebbles with my touch.
She's like, yo.
Yes. She's already molding for me,
Kill.
and she doesn't even know it. We're going to have so much fun. My voice is a whisper, her eyelashes fluttering. I take a step back, giving her space for Jack to reapproach. As he shoves the piece of paper with the girl's number on it in his pocket, he wraps his fucking arm around Callie, escorting her to the arcade doors. I've changed my mind. I'm gonna make their night a living hell.
Oh,
Callie
shit.
immediately cheers at the sight of all the games, flashing lights and neon screens beckoning her. Dance battle, m'lady? The blonde one suggests. Absolutely not on my watch are they going to be that close. I reach my hand out and grab the cord, not realizing this one cord is connected to every game along the wall, which effectively shuts off nearly half of the arcade. Oh well.
Oh my God.
She turns to Jack, clearly searching for answers. He can't give you those, Callie. Jack's hand grips the back of his neck. He searches the arcade for another appropriate game, till his eyes land on one I don't mind them indulging in. Wanna play air hockey? Callie's face beams.
Fuck yes, let's do it.
She says, pumping her fist in the air. They move to their respective sides, and Jack places 4 coins in the slot. The machine roars to life, and the air makes the puck float around the table. Interesting. Callie cracks her knuckles and readies herself.
Hope you're ready to get your ass kicked.
She quips. I creep up behind her, just a breath away, drawn to her fire. You must not know. I'm the reigning air hockey champ around these parts, Cal. My eyes roll back into my head. Please.
He's just like, oh,
She hits the
God.
puck, immediately sinking the first shot before Jack has time to defend. My hands reach out, gripping her ample hips, and guiding her to rub up against my growing interest for her. She doesn't even resist, but pushes harder against me. A small moan slips past her lips, so low I almost don't hear it. My, she is impressive, being so dirty for me where anyone can see, but nobody will know. Cheap shot, he says, placing the puck back on the table.
You must have forgotten how good I am.
She says, blocking his shot. Oh, I could
Why
never
is this the
forget
first
how
thing
good
I
you
hear
are.
when I come back?
He says, his voice deeper.
Come on now, you know
I
what
see
kind
her
of book
give him a
this
sultry
is.
look.
You know, it's a
What the
spicy
fuck is
book.
that smile? I don't even blink. My hand snaps out and cracks against her
never know.
ass cheek.
You might have a
Her
demon,
body jerks forward,
you know,
the sound
touching your
muffled by
butt,
the
too.
music
You
and
never
chatter
know.
of the arcade.
You never
My voice
know.
is a growl, low in my chest as I lean in. You are mine, pretty girl. Don't make me take you for the first time over this table. She has the intelligence to bite her lip, letting out a tiny whimper. Do you remember,
6,
Callie?
7.
The dick has the gall to say.
No.
Jack.
Did she just sound breathy? For him? Oh, fuck
I
no.
knew that was gonna happen.
My hand shoots
That
out,
she was gonna
shadows going into the
misinterpret
machine
her
without thought,
arousal,
forcing it to
meaning
malfunction.
it's for him.
The air stops, and the lights flicker before going dark. Call me petty or jealous, I don't fucking care. This guy is toying with what is mine and needs to be put in his place. Callie's pale skin is red from embarrassment. She may not know who I am yet, or what I will do, but she can't deny that she likes it. What the hell? I hear Jack complain as he kicks the leg of the table. I'm definitely leaving this place a bad review. They've got to have some faulty wiring.
Maybe.
She says, and I can feel her lean back against me. She's upright now, her whole body shivering as she feels my chest go up and down behind her. You good, Callie? You're really flush, Jack says, turning towards the employee standing at the door. Nod for him. I rumble low in her ear. She does. Good girl. Now get rid of him so we can play.
I'm good, Jack. Can you go ask the employee I fucking you, though? Maybe she can fix it for us. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I'm honestly shocked the hunter would allow someone like this anywhere near his precious sister. They've clearly fucked, and I don't think Big Brother knows.
Oh.
Maybe I don't need to kill him to be rid of him. Cade will do the dirty work for me. As I guide her, a sly grin curls on my face.
When you said play, I really thought you were referring to something else.
Is she pouting? My. I love seeing this side of her. We are playing. I whisper in her ear, my right hand trailing up and down her spine, the other guiding her to aim at the zombies on the screen. I can see the goosebumps rise on her skin at the bottom of her cropped white tank. It's exquisite. Callisto isn't a small girl by any means, but she is dwarfed next to Jack. I'm still taller, but I want her to understand how to defend herself, to feel a sense of power she hasn't been afforded. If you wanted to kill zombies, we could just go home and play COD. Jack interjects, ruining our perfect moment.
But here we get actual guns. Kind of.
She laughs.
Besides, the games we play at home are not the same thing.
He flashes a grin at her, nudging her shoulder. My eye twitches. Yeah, you're all so terrible at pool. She glares at him.
I sunk the 8-ball one time.
She says, looking over at the girls who are still lingering near where this tool came back from.
So, did you get that girl's number?
She looks at him with a smile. I got 2, he says with a mischievous smirk. Dick.
I guess you don't need a wing woman.
She retorts, going back to shooting zombies. Remember that time I snuck you out to the park and that drunk group of girls came up to us? The blonde ended up making out with you. My eyebrows raise at that. She continues to surprise me.
Hey, she came out of nowhere.
Either way, if you tried to be my wingwoman, you would end up with all the ladies, which defeats the purpose.
That was not my fault. But I suppose you have a point after all. I am hotter than you.
She flicks her hair over her shoulder. Her scent is intoxicating. Low blow, Cal, but I can't disagree. These two are fucking weird. I can't get a read on them. And although the image of Callisto making out with another woman is kind of sexy, a part of me hates the fact that he knows her so well, that he can sit there, be an asshole, and she's just having a good time. This makes no goddamn sense. I'm back in the corner, allowing her a moment of peace when I sense something near. One of my kind. Guess my fun is over. I shift into smoke, moving around the building like a blur. I stop dead in my tracks when I see a lock, staring at Callisto. No. What the fuck are you doing here? I approach him quickly, sizing him up. He laughs under his breath. I told you I wanted to know what had you so consumed by this one. He pauses. Now I know. My heart skips a beat, and my throat goes dry. You don't know shit, I say, attempting to brush him off. That mark on the back of her neck. What about it? I glare at him. She is marked for death, he continues. Now I wonder how that happened. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I answer, attempting to sound convincing. It's not technically a lie. Humans shouldn't have ancient knowledge like that. But I know how they got it. The grimoire. I just don't know how they obtained that particular artifact. So, you are following this pretty thing to discover the source? I'm fucking warning you. Stay out of this. He smiles. I will do as I please, and you aren't going to stop me. He moves closer, whispering in my ear. I think I'll drop in every now and then. You see, I like pretty things too. You have piqued my interest, and I currently have nothing better to do. Leave her out of it. I can deal with this on my own. I say, head down, ears back. Oh, I don't think I will. And if you try and stop me, I could always inform the council. How petty of you. All of this because you're bored. Sure, you could say that. He smiles. I'm sure they will be intrigued as to why such ancient knowledge is carved into a human's flesh. A mark that symbolizes worship and sacrifice of our kind. He looks me in the eye. Such a binding hasn't been allowed since before the War of the Titans. Don't threaten me with a good time, Alok. I've broken no laws. He looks up at me with an aura of authority. You're towing the line, Kai, he says sternly, using my chosen name. I will sate my curiosity, and you will not deny me, or I will say something. She is mine, I say as the ground rumbles under our feet, my voice a low growl. You will do well to remember that. I'll tell you what I know when I know. Alok chuckles, patting my shoulder. Don't worry, brother. I'll keep to the shadows, for now. But expect to see me again. I happen to enjoy watching the way this one affects you. I despise being toyed with, and I hate being threatened even more. He's not wrong, though. I've been able to keep this quiet for so long simply because my kind doesn't meddle in human affairs. But this is different, and my hands are tied. I clench my jaw, that fucker. I don't respond. I want to tell him to fuck off, to threaten him, but it's not worth the trouble. I doubt he would actually say anything.
BRB
but the threat is enough to accept the position I'm in.
Okay.
The council is a bunch of
Go
old
lock in,
fuckers,
girl. Do what you gotta
powerful,
do.
out of touch, and set in their ways. Keeping this under wraps is more important than ever, especially with a lock involved. See you soon, friend, he says ominously, grinning from ear to ear before disappearing, leaving me standing there like a dumbass. I rub my face in frustration. Fuck! I make my way back over to Callisto and Jack as they continue having a good old time. I need a distraction, and since I'm here, I might as well make the best of it. I notice them playing Pop-A-Shot. Lifting my hand, I begin manipulating Jack's balls, skewing them just enough to not go in the hoop.
Wow, you suck at this.
Callie says, laughing at his failure. Yeah, this'll make me feel better.
Chapter 11. Cade.
Now we're gonna see what Cade's been up to.
I slam my fists into the steering wheel over and over. I've been a real fucking asshole. I know. She doesn't deserve it. Neither does Jack. but I didn't exactly get lessons on how to be a good brother and friend. No family nights at the dinner table for me. It was, be sure to drive the knife in deeper, and attachments get you killed. Stopping my assault, I exhale. My eyes shift to a bright neon sign and my stomach growls. First, donuts and coffee. I pull into the parking lot, grabbing my hoodie from the passenger seat and tossing it over my head. Opening the door to the Dunkin', the smell of fresh coffee grounds fill the air. My favorite. The employee behind the counter gives me a half smile and takes my order. A large mocha cappuccino and a half dozen chocolate frosted donuts. It doesn't take long for her to set my order on the counter. The wind picks up as I open the door to leave, and I almost drop my damn coffee. The Dunkin' employee comes up behind me and holds the door open, then follows me out and lights up a cigarette. I huff as I open my truck door. I am throwing my donuts on the front seat and setting my coffee in the center console when I hear a sound coming from the truck. Was that a fucking cat? I step back out of the vehicle, my eyes looking over the bed of the truck. Nothing. I bend down, my hand pressing into the gravel as I look under the truck. I hear another little sound come from behind me. It's in the fucking wheel well. I crouch down, angling my eyes up, and I'm met with glowing orbs of amber staring back at me. It really is a fucking cat. Reaching my hand up under my truck, I wrap my hands around the black, fluffy thing. Surprisingly, it doesn't fight me. I set it on the ground in front of the truck, and it just stares up at me. You do know that is not a safe place to sleep, right? Did I just speak to a cat? Not the weirdest thing I've done lately. The little thing begins stretching on my pant leg, kneading my leg like it's a scratching post. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I shoo the cat, but instead it jumps onto my hood, meowing loudly, like I offended it. It snuggles up against the windshield, making itself at home. I roll my eyes, resigned, and head back inside to ask if I can have a cup of water. Coming back out to my truck, cup in hand, I set the cup on the ground and offer my fingers to the snoozing cat on my hood. Psst, psst, psst. Surprisingly, the cat hops down and begins lapping up the liquid. I attempt another escape. I sit in the driver's seat and start to close the door when I hear the hostile employees start yelling at the cat. "Outta here, you mangy little fucker!" The cat cowers in front of the tree near the entrance, and the man kicks it. He fucking kicked it. I sigh, opening the door and slowly walk over to the man. "The hell is your problem?" he asks, taking another casual drag. I don't blink as I approach the offensive asshole. I ball my fists at my sides, attempting to restrain myself from knocking this fucker on his ass. I have very little tolerance for people who hurt things that can't fight back, I say in a controlled voice. I walk over and pick the cat up, cradling it in my arms when it hisses at the man. I look down and chuckle at it. "Sassy little thing, aren't you? Should we make the big bad man pay for hurting you?" I look back at the guy and, pulling out my pocket knife, walk over to him, next to his vehicle, and shove the knife into one of his tires. "Yo! What the fuck?" I hear him yell from behind me. "Karma's a bitch," I say, cat still in hand as I walk away, flipping him off. The cat purrs in my arms. "Aw, you liked that?" I may not believe in magic, but I sure as fuck believe in karma. I get in the car and set the cat down on the seat next to me, watching out the window as the employee talks on his phone. Clearly calling the police to complain about a man slashing his tires. I chuckle to myself as I start the engine and back out quickly. I shake my head. Great. Now I've got a cat. I look over at the small cat curled up in a little ball beside me on the seat. I blow out a breath, resigned. I guess you're coming home with me. I make an unanticipated stop at the corner store. There's an entire aisle dedicated to pet food, toys, and litter. I am not having a shit box in my house. I look over the many options and realize I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. So I grab a couple of bags of assorted toys, a cardboard scratcher, and all the bags that have cat faces on them. This cat better be fucking grateful. I walk over to the cashier, my arms full, and drop everything on the counter in front of me. The cashier jumps at the thud. I watch as she scans the items one by one, attempting to make conversation. "You must have a lot of cats," the cashier quips. Okay, so maybe I got too much. How the fuck am I supposed to know how much one of these things eat? I've never had a pet. "Your total is $186.68.
Damn.
I hand him $200 bills, take the bags as he passes me my change, then casually exit the store. Back in the truck, I address the cat curled up next to me. "You're shitting outside. Got it?" The cat looks up at me and yawns, settling itself back in a ball. I guess it's kind of cute. Pulling into our driveway, I notice Jack's truck is gone. That didn't take long, I suppose. Hopefully they stay out of trouble, if that's even possible for Jack. I open the truck and the cat jumps out, staying at my heels as I pull the pet items out of the truck bed. Stepping through the front door, the cat runs in and hops up on the kitchen counter, wrapping her tail around her legs as she begins licking her paw. "You have a habit of making yourself at home, don't you?" I scoff, pulling 2 bowls from the cupboard. I fill one with water and set them both on the ground. I tear into one of the bags of cat food, and at the sound of the kibble, the cat jumps down and attacks the food. "You're her problem now," I say, grabbing a pen and piece of paper out of the kitchen drawer. "But I swear, if you piss on my fucking couch, you're staying outside." The cat doesn't even acknowledge me. I check the time on my phone. Fuck, I need to leave. I quickly run to the door before the cat gets any ideas about following me and make a beeline for my truck.
Now he's got
Chapter
a cat.
12. Alabaster. I force myself to dematerialize, leaving her to enjoy the rest of her afternoon. What? I can be generous. She rarely gets the opportunity to be out of these 4 walls. The least I can afford her is to give her the illusion of more freedom. The image of how she molded to me so beautifully, and for the whole world to see, sticks in my mind. My pretty Callie does love to put on a show, it would seem. So shameless. Now, back in her room, I realize once again I'm not alone. Well, less alone than I usually am with you watching me. What are you doing here again? Aren't you supposed to be keeping watch over the brother? Whatever, I can understand your interest, human, but know that I'm spoken for. I walk down the stairs to sift through the library, and see a tiny black cat with beautiful orange eyes staring up at me. Oh
Because he
my
can see 'em.
fucking gods. Kitty! I jump over to the fluff ball and begin to squish her little face. She purrs into my hands as she willingly accepts my aggressive cuddles. I fucking love cats. "You're a beauty," I say, scratching the underside of her
That was
chin.
unexpected.
Her purrs ring through the room, and I smile to myself. Interesting. Maybe I misjudged our hunter. He must have brought this kitty home. I wonder what the story with you is. Just picturing Cade in a position where he felt he needed to bring home a cat is hilarious to me. He didn't see you coming, did he? I carefully pick up the cat and walk upstairs, laying down on Callisto's bed. The cat makes biscuits on my chest. Yeah,
Makes
I could get used to this.
biscuits.
I must have nodded off because I hear the front door shut. Jack's and Callisto's voices traveling. The little feline is still curled up on my chest, content and sleeping. I carefully set her down next to me on the pillow and creep through the door. Callie speaks up from the kitchen.
Thanks, Jack. I really needed that.
She sighs.
Wait, what's this?
I watch as she picks up a small note from the counter, reading it aloud. "What's up with all the cat food?" Jack asks.
So you won't be alone. P.S. Her name is Karma.
Aw,
She stands there for a moment.
it's a girl.
I see cat things, but no cat. Jack speaks up. Callie begins looking around underneath chairs and tables before her gaze catches on a window, cracked open.
What an idiot. He brought home a cat and left the window open. It's probably long gone by now. And why did he buy so much food?
She goes over and picks up the bags, reading the labels off.
Pro-kitten plan. Digestive care for elderly cats. Indoor joint health? What the fuck, Cade?
I double over laughing at the top of the steps, my stomach tightening and my face hurting from the smile stuck on my face. This fucking guy. I see Karma walk past me, little paws hopping down the steps. The second Callisto notices, her face lights up, and she crouches down.
Oh my goodness, you're so cute!
She says in a high-pitched voice. Karma rubs up against Callisto's legs, and when Jack bends down to beckon her, the cat totally ignores him. Oh, come on, don't be like that. He steps over and scratches under her chin, and she purrs, thrilled for the interaction.
She likes you,
Callisto says in that sweet voice of hers. Look at us, we're like a little family. Jack says with a stupid-ass smile on his face.
Ooh.
Their eyes meet. Jack's face softens as he continues petting Karma. My Callisto and my cat are staring up at him as if he hung the fucking moon. A low growl rumbles in my throat. How dare they look at Jack like that? I'm unable to hold back my rage as the air begins to vibrate around me. I quickly glide down the steps with the intention of doing something. I don't know what. When I approach Jack, Karma comes over to me, mewing into the air, still purring. Fuck. I can't be mad at a face like that. Jack is unbothered, but Callie looks up. She notices Karma trying to get my attention, batting at empty air. I hear her heart begin to pick up. Can she see me? No. But her eyes always feel like they're staring straight at me. A smirk plays on my lips. Jack doesn't do that to her. But I do. I'm gonna make sure I'm the only thing that makes her heart race. You okay? He waves a hand over her face. You look like you're spacing out. He gives her an awkward laugh.
Yeah,
She says, her attention back on him.
my bad. Listen, I really do appreciate everything. You seem to take my mind off things so easily.
Must be my charming personality and rugged good looks. He gives her an exaggerated bow. She giggles.
I'm serious, Jack.
She nudges his shoulder.
You've always been there for me when I need it most. I don't know what I would do without you right now.
Oh, she's gonna find out, 'cause I'm gonna fucking kill him. He begins to lean in closer to her. Callie, I need you to know. I put my hand out in front of me, forcing the temperature of her body to rise. I feel her heart skip a beat, and she pushes her hair behind her ear, jerks away, and stands up quickly.
Sorry, I think I need to go to my room. Can we talk about it later?
Yeah, for sure. The moment is broken, and Jack rubs the back of his neck, his face red. Fuck you,
Ooh.
dude. I follow Callie up the stairs.
Yeah,
Opening the door
he
to her
trying
bedroom,
fuck, bro.
she beelines to her balcony. She leans over the railing, scanning the horizon. I bring my body flush with hers again, and she inhales, like she's scenting the air.
I know you're here.
She says.
I can feel your hands on me.
I smirk, but she can't see it. It's too soon to let her see me. I'm not done playing this game. I angle my head down, my lips brushing her ear. This view makes me miss my world. She surprises me by asking.
What does your world look like?
My hands completely wrap around her waist now. Our bodies flush. It's filled with vast forests and mountains that touch the clouds. I say. much like this one, but bigger, better,
Better?
she says, like she's in awe at the prospect. I grin. The flora and fauna shift with every biome, evolving into strange and beautiful forms depending on the region. The flow of time feels different there. The planet doesn't spin like this one, tidally locked, one side forever facing our star, about half the size of this one, never moving across the sky. The side closest, nothing but scorched rock and lava in an endless day. A miserable place, but I do miss their mead. On the other side there is no sun, just 3 moons that push and pull the tides, the surface nearly uninhabitable. But below is one of my favorite places. She stares out at the horizon, almost like she's in a trance at the prospect.
What is your favorite place?
The underground. The way her body tenses at that brings a low rumble up my chest. The underground is a cavern the size of a continent. Bioluminescent algae coats the walls and ceiling like stars in an endless night sky. I don't miss the war on resources. We are good at war. That's probably why Alok is so dead set on bothering me, to avoid the chaos and meddle in my life. Perhaps I'll bring you there one day.
I think I'd like that.
Fuck, she's perfect. I don't know what it is about her. The way she moves, the way she thinks, her stubborn, relentless personality. It all makes me gravitate towards her. I want to break every rule I've been taught, to forget what I am, forget why I'm here, just to be near her. I bring my lips down to her collarbone, just brushing it, and she arches for me, angling her hips so that she pushes further into me.
Why can I feel you but not see you? Are you here to hurt me?
I would never hurt you, unless you want me to. Her thighs clench at that, and my hands trail down her body. She's quivering in my arms. I bring my second hand up, gripping her throat. She gasps, but I don't stop there. Instead, my tongue flicks out, licking from her shoulder up to her collarbone. When she lets out a whimper, I am done for. My eyes rolling into the back of my head. Her taste and responses are intoxicating.
My shadow.
She finally looks up, like she's seen me again. How does she do that? You're breathtaking, I growl.
And yet you're taking my breath.
I loosen my hold on her neck just a little, and she breathes in deep, almost like she's trying to catch her breath. Her pupils are blown wide, and she darts out her tongue, wetting her lips. Do you like it when I touch you?
I don't know.
I grind my teeth at that. Did you like it when Jack touched you? She blinks at that.
What?
Uh-oh.
I plan to erase any memory of him, every touch, every caress. When I am done, the only memory will be of me, and how I claim you. She angles her chin up, defiant.
Jack is just a friend.
I drive my hand down until my fingers edge her pussy, claws slightly out, just for her to feel a little bit of bite. And that is all he will ever be. She moans at that, eyes still defiant, but her body is singing for me. Undoing the button on her jeans, I dive my hand underneath, feeling how wet she is for me, how much the fear, fight, and I do this to her. Her eyes flutter shut. I grip her chin, with my free hand, angling it straight ahead once again. Watch the view. Feel all that I do to you.
Oh, gods.
She mewls as I circle my fingers over her clit. Her whole body jerks at the movement. Call to the heavens, but you will come for me. I up my pace, diving a finger in between her folds, and I'm met with no resistance. She reaches behind her, trying to grip me, but I stop her with a growl. Put your hands on the railing.
But I just want to touch you, feel you.
She whines. I smirk, adding a second finger. Callie gasps.
Not what I meant.
I chuckle. Oh, I know what you meant, but this is my time to play, and your time to obey. She gulps at that, biting her lip to try to hide her cries. Her head falls back as her inner walls finally clamp down, and she comes all over my fingers. That's my good girl. I finish and bring my fingers out, licking them clean of her essence. She may not be able to see me yet, but she felt everything I did to her. The groan that leaves my lips at her taste, honey, and something floral. Time for bed, I whisper. Almost in a trance, she's still riding the high from her orgasm. Or maybe just a bit of buzzing from the idea that a shadow got her off. That I did that to her, and will do it again. She turns from the balcony, walking back to her room, and I follow, seeing Karma already making herself at home on the bed. Callie pulls the covers back and climbs in. She smiles over at the little kitty there and whispers to the room.
Will I see you again?
My answer is instant, a brush of my lips on the top of her head as she drifts to sleep.
Chapter 13. Callisto. I blink the sleep from my eyes and stretch my muscles, turning over to see the little black cat, Karma, curled up in a ball on my pillow. My cheeks heat, thinking back to earlier in the night. My body's still buzzing, even after the little cat nap. These moments that are becoming more and more tangible. My phantom, Shadow, got me off while I slept. Rolling onto my stomach, I groan into my pillow, my mind jumping from one thing to another. He knew about Jack and me. A blush spreads across my face at the memory. Jack was acting kind of weird. And Cade, of all people, he got me a cat. I mean, I'm grateful, but I've been begging him for a pet for years, and he has always refused. Gods, what the hell is going on around here? I mumbled to no one in particular. Maybe he's changing. I think. Maybe the pendulum is changing him for the better. I sit up and scoop Karma into my lap, caressing her soft fur. What do you think of our Shadow? He almost seems to have a soft spot for you. She just nuzzles in closer, purring. It's cute. Maybe I am overthinking everything. Maybe Kate is right. I just need to relax. I see what I want to see. But if that's true, I could just try to ignore it. So that's what I'll do. I stare up at the ceiling, attempting to manifest calm, cool, centered. I think back to the restaurant and arcade. It felt so nice to just be earlier today. And I want to feel that again. I am 21 after all, and grew up in a safe house. I've never properly gone out, cut loose, or even went to a bar. Now that's a thought. Jack always talks about the bars around here. I wonder if I could push my luck and ask him to go out tonight. Checking the clock, it reads 10 p.m. That's plenty of time to throw on something nice and go out for the night. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. It's the perfect opportunity for him to get out, too. Jolting out of bed, I'm careful to move Karma back onto the pillow, giving her one last pet. Be a good girl for me, yeah? I smile to myself.
Her little chippy tender.
I've got to find something to wear. Giddy at the thought, I picture the outfit clearly in my mind. A shimmering purple dress that hugs my curves, backless and stopping mid-thigh. The thin straps crossing my shoulder blades, and my favorite strappy heels. I look over to the cabinet where I hid the grimoire, remembering the demon I saw in the pages. Golden eyes that entrance me and leave me shivering, much like my shadow does. Out on the porch, Jack's smoking. I drop down beside him. I want to go to a bar. He quirks a brow, brushing hair from his face. Taking more advantage of your newfound freedom already? I smile and he laughs. Fair. But don't tell Kate I let you, or I'll be next on his list. Can we go tonight? He crushes the cigarette under his boot. Why not? Go get dressed up for me, Kay. I roll my eyes but keep smiling, jumping up to get ready. The bar looks ancient but packed. Cars crowding the lot. Pop music thumps from the open deck and people laugh with drinks in hand. My face must say it all. You're the one who wanted to come, Jack reminds me, laughing. He comes around to the passenger's side and opens the door with a theatrical bow. M'lady. I step down awkwardly, heels sinking into the gravel. He offers his arm and I take it, more for balance than because of his charm. Inside is chaos. Bodies everywhere. The place is packed. The bartender moves like he's casting spells. Jack leads me toward an empty pool table in the back. I'll get the drinks, he says, then disappears into the crowd. I grab a cue, needing something to do with my hands. I glance back, and of course, he's already surrounded by women. Typical. I can't hear them, but I know that look. They're flirting hard, and he's lapping it up. Great.
She jealous.
I roll my eyes and turn to the table, setting up a fresh game. Jack's a walking wet dream. Blonde, broad, blue-eyed. But he flirts with anything that breathes or blinks at him. It's honestly exhausting. Still, he brings the drinks and keeps the good vibes coming. An hour passes, maybe more, and between a few rounds of pool and a few too many drinks, I'm definitely tipsy. And surprisingly, I'm having fun. When Go Fuck Yourself by 2 Feet comes on, I lose it a little. Singing way too loud, hips swaying to the bass as I demand another round from Jack. I rack the table again, still dancing. The music crawls down my spine, and I let it, needing this moment. Wanna play? A stranger's voice asks behind me. I keep my back turned, tone casual. Just waiting for my friend. I nod toward Jack, who's now laying it on thick with the bartender. Your friend looks busy. I can keep you company. I look down, unsure how to respond. Then I feel hands gently grip my waist, a low voice ringing in my ears. My shadow.
You're safe with me. Enjoy this.
Yeah, sure. I respond to the stranger, feeling a flutter in my chest, knowing I'm not alone. He grabs a cue, lining up to break. I'll go first. The cue cracks against the 8-ball, and it flies unnaturally, smashing him square in the nose. He howls, clutching his nose as blood spurts from it. Oh my gods, are you okay? I gasp, then, muttering low, You weren't supposed to hurt him. I take a step back in shock, pushing away from his grip. The light above the table flickers.
You really thought I would let him near you?
My stomach drops. He
Yeah, I
tricked
don't know
me.
what she expected on that one. I ain't gonna
Don't
lie
follow
to
me,
you.
I say. I push past the crowd, making a beeline for the bathroom. As I swing the door open, the heavy scent of alcohol and too sweet perfume hits me, causing my stomach to turn. Every stall is occupied. Of course. I grip the edge of the sink, trying to breathe. The walls feel too close. My skin prickles, heat spreading down my arms and up my neck. I twist the faucet on and splash cold water over my forearms and behind my neck, trying to ground myself. The fluorescent lights overhead only add to my disorientation. A stall door swings open and I lunge for it, ignoring the slurred protests behind me. I lock the door and drop to the floor. The chill of the tile hits my skin, a harsh contrast to the burn inside my chest. I press my palms to the floor, breathing deep. I can't escape this. My shadow. It followed me. After a long minute, I stand. My hands shake as I smooth out my dress, willing my expression back to neutral. I unlock the door and step out like nothing happened. Until I remember I had my hands all over the floor of a bar bathroom. I head straight to the sink and scrub my hands clean before making my exit. What the fuck happened? Jack appears beside me, 2 drinks in hand. I grab one and knock it back in a single swallow. It burns going down my throat and I wince, face scrunching like I just swallowed battery acid. Cheers, Jack says with a hesitant laugh before tossing back his own drink. I need to leave. Now. Jack doesn't question me, just gestures me toward the door. The silence on the drive home is thick. Not uncomfortable, just charged. Jack drives, then I'm slouched in the passenger's seat, my cheek pressed to the cool window, watching the forest blur past. That presence didn't leave when I ran out of the bar. I can feel it with me now. And I'm done waiting. I'll show whatever the fuck this thing is. I'm done being afraid. Let it come. When we pull into the driveway, I leap out and rush inside, kicking off my heels. I run up the stairs, yank out the grimoire, and start lighting candles one by one, forming a circle in front of my bookshelf. I sit at the center with the grimoire in hand. Show yourself. I know you're here. Nothing. Quit fucking with me. You followed me. You hurt that man. I know it was you. Still more silence. I flip open the grimoire and it lands on the same page as before. The golden eyes stare back at me. I grit my teeth. A shaky exhale escapes my lips and I take in a deep breath. Alabaster, I whisper. Show yourself. The lights flicker, then vanish, darkness filling the space. I gasp, eyes straining against the void. The candles snuff out in unison and the air is heavy, silent. My heart pounds and I swallow hard. Show yourself, I say again, my voice steadier than I feel. The presence presses in, everywhere and nowhere all at once. Silence stretches tight across the room. Then, a deep velvet laugh wrapped in sin curls around me like smoke, and I freeze, my breath catching.
You called, pretty girl.
Oh shit.
Chapter 14. Alabaster. The sound of my name on her lips, like a fucking summoning. I force the lights to die, and the room goes still. My body solidifies as she holds her breath. Smoke spills across the floor. I watch her eyes track the movement she can't quite see. Her breath catches when she sees me, lips parting like she's about to speak. Instead, a high-pitched scream. I flinch, covering my ears, convinced she's going to make my eardrums bleed. Would you please stop that?
You're real!
She yells into the air, bracing herself for only gods know what. I thought I made that obvious. She cowers, backing away until she meets the bookshelf, and begins tossing books at me one by one. They pass straight through me and into the wall behind. I hear Jack's footsteps running down the hall. He throws open the door, looking wide-eyed at Callisto. She jerks her head towards him, then back to me. What the fuck is going on in here? He says, breathing heavily.
You can't...
She says in a panicked voice, meeting my eyes. He can't see me, sweetheart, I say calmly. She exhales quickly, running her fingers quickly through her dark locks, before taking a deep breath, clearly trying to calm herself. Callisto, what's wrong? Jack says in a stern, manly voice. Please. She looks over at him, stuttering as she attempts to come up with what will most likely be a bullshit excuse.
I saw a spider.
Is that a question? He says, confused. All of that over a spider? Seriously?
It was,
She looks at the ground, and then slowly up to my face.
a really big spider.
I cross my arms and bite my lower lip. Okay, he says, his face red from the night's spirits, and sleep in his eyes. You good now? Is it gone? He asks dismissively. What a dick. I'd investigate, or help her clean up this mess, comfort her, something. And how the hell is he buying the spider excuse?
Yeah, all good, sorry. Have a good night.
She says. She's shaking, but he doesn't seem to notice. See, she doesn't need someone who can't even recognize when she's clearly scared. Oblivious dumbass. He waves lazily at her before closing the door and walking away. I look down at her as she pulls her knees to her chest, avoiding eye contact with me, before speaking in a quiet voice.
You're the thing that's been following me. My shadow.
She doesn't meet my gaze. The one and only, baby. I flash her a smile and sit on the ground in front of her. I've been waiting for you to call me.
Are you here to steal my soul?
She speaks so quiet, human ears almost wouldn't catch it. How the hell would I steal your soul? I ask with humor in my tone.
You're a demon, aren't you?
She finally looks at me.
Isn't that what you do?
You are adorable, I say, looking down at her.
What the hell is happening?
She asks, throwing her hands up. There she is, I quip. Let's just say I'm invested in the story.
Don't dance around my question. I don't speak cryptic.
God, this fucking woman is amazing. I'll spell it out. A powerful witch afraid of her own shadow hiding from a cult. A psychopathic brother hunting down each member, accompanied by an interdimensional ghost. You can't deny it's interesting. She looks at me like I'm stupid. Confusion painted all over her pretty face.
He pretty much just gave you
That
the premise
doesn't
of the book.
explain the things you have been doing.
She gulps.
The way you've been touching me.
Her face turns red. I lean closer to her and meet her eyes. How else am I supposed to get your attention? Her brows come together in a scowl.
What you did tonight was wrong.
Oh, darling. Sometimes the most wrong things can be so right. I trail my eyes over her, like a caress, then cross my arms again, straightening. Besides, fucker had it coming. And he did. Her brows furrow, so I continue. He touched what is mine. After she bolted to the bathroom at the bar, I continued watching the scene play out. The guy slinked out the back door, and I decided to follow. He stumbles, clutching his bleeding face and reeking of sweat and regret. He lit a cigarette, probably the last comfort he got tonight. I watched him from the shadows, eyes narrowed. Then, with one step forward, the cigarette fizzled out between my fingers. The man startled, patting his pockets for a lighter. I let him find it. He flicked the flame to life. I chuckled to myself. One of the many perks of my powers is choosing whether I'm seen or not. Gives me the ability to mess with fools like him. I sidled up beside him and brought my pointer finger and thumb up over the flame, snuffing it out. He blinked, startled. What the? I tilted my head, just slightly. Ooh, this is going to be fun. If only he could have seen my grin. I brought my lips to his ear, whispered, "You really thought you had a shot with her?" I laughed, voice soft and mocking at his drunk stupor. His eyes narrowed. "Fuck off," he slurred. I stepped to the side, and then I was behind him as he spun to find me. "You're rude," I murmured. "And you smell like rot." My voice dropped to a low hum. "You don't even belong in the same room, let alone deserve to breathe the same air as her." His bravado died, and he took a shaky step back. "Show yourself, pussy!" I chuckled. This stupid fuck wants to see me. I let just enough of myself slip through. Not my whole face, just the shadow. A glimmer of something too inhuman to process. Black smoke curled from the corners of my eyes, teeth just a little too sharp, a smile too inhuman. He went pale and fainted. I caught his body before it hit the ground, and lowered him gently, like a lover. "Sleep tight, creep." Then I quickly vanished back to her. Her voice snaps me back to the present.
I am not yours, and I don't need protection.
I just grinned back at her, my eyes positively glowing.
You broke the guy's face. All he did was offer to play a game with me.
"Oops," I say, shrugging.
It's not a joke.
She says, shooting me the most adorable attempt at a serious face, while she puts up her hair with the hair tie around her wrist. "You aren't that naive. You were visibly uncomfortable, and Jack was too busy trying to get pussy." She huffs and rolls her eyes.
Okay, yeah, I didn't like it, but that doesn't mean what you did was right.
She rubs her eyes and stands.
Oh my gods, I'm lecturing a demon. What the actual fuck am I doing?
"You're right." I walk over to her. She backs away until her back is up against the bookcase. I place one arm above her, lean in, and lock eyes with hers. "I have a much better way to use your time, if you're interested." She visibly gulps, eyes wide and heart racing.
No.
She attempts to push me, but I don't move. She dips her head under my arm and throws her hands in the air while walking to her balcony.
Not today, Satan.
I laugh. She quickly turns to me, pointing an accusing finger.
What kind of hypocrite breaks a man's face just for hitting on me, then proceeds to hit on me?
An irresistible hypocrite? I shoot her a charming smile.
If I asked you to leave me alone, would you?
"Negative, Ghost Rider," I say, casually brushing my hair over my shoulder. "You're stuck with me. You called, so I'm bound to you. That's how it works."
But you've been following me. You all but forced me to call you out.
She says, frustrated. Smirking, I put my hands up in defense. "You caught me, but I'm not the one looking into old grimoires. Names hold power. So, I'm all yours now."
But what if I don't want you?
You didn't seem to mind me in the arcade. I go to reach for her, but she turns on her heels, headed for the balcony. She sits, processing. I reach my hands out again, gripping around her waist, and lift her to land back on my lap. She shivers at the feel of me, but doesn't look at me. Her face is in her hands, so when she speaks, her voice is muffled.
Please leave me be.
I smirk, proud I have such an effect on her. "You're still drunk. You've had a long night. Why don't we try and get some rest?"
Why don't you not pretend like you care about my well-being?
She snaps back with a glare, standing and walking to plop down in the opposite chair. Who said I don't? I get up and leave the room, coming back with a glass of water and 2 Tylenol. "Here, so you don't wake up miserable. She looks up at me, confused.
How does a demon know how to tend to a drunk human?
I've been around. Plus, where I'm from isn't too different from here. Except our drinks would burn a hole in your stomach lining. She raises an eyebrow as she downs the pills and takes a few gulps of water. Finish that and go to bed, I say, turning away from her to pick up the books.
Sure, Cade,
She says, sarcastically. I turn back to her, taking the glass, and throwing it off the balcony. I push her chair back on 2 legs, her feet coming off the ground. My face is inches from hers. Make no mistake, pretty girl, I am nothing like your brother. Compare me to him again, and I will make you regret allowing the words to ever cross your lips. Her eyes are wide. She speaks softly, breath smelling of whiskey.
I'm sorry. I don't know how long you have been following me, but I don't know you.
She gently places her hands on my shoulders as I place her chair back on all 4 legs.
I'm used to weird shit. But a demon showing up and taking care of me was not on my bingo card. So forgive me for coping with sarcasm.
I stand up. She may have a point, and I may have overreacted. I walk over to the mess of books sprawled out on the floor, noticing that Karma has made herself a bed out of one of them. I smile down at the little feline, cooing, "Let's find you a more comfortable bed." I reach down and scoop her up, noticing the cover she had occupied. A black and white picture of a shirtless, tattooed man. I quirk a brow. "Karma, you are dirty just like your mommy," I say, setting her on the bed before picking up the remainder of books. Placing the stack back on the shelf, I notice Callie walk behind me and throw herself onto the bed.
Remind me when I'm sober not to summon anything while I'm shit-faced.
She says, face squished into the pillow. Her comment pulls a smile from me as I spot a paperback still out of place. I slide it back onto the shelf, my thumb catching on yellow tabs marking the pages. I open it to a random marked page. Oh, literary fucking porn. This girl is filth in angel's skin. I grin, flipping to the other pages labeled in yellow. I know what I'm doing tonight, and this could give me some ideas. I bring the book to her bed and pull the covers over her. She's so pretty when she sleeps. Probably because it's the only time she shuts up. Curious, smart, dangerous, and she has no idea. I just know she would taste like honey. I'll have her, I will. Mind, body, soul. She'll beg me not to stop until I ruin her. That mark on the back of her neck pulls me in, and I lean, drawn like gravity, like a moth to a flame. Her skin looks soft, the delicate little baby hairs rising at my breath. She tenses, mumbling,
You smell good.
"Good." She feels me, even while asleep. Her chest rises as she rolls onto her side. I slide next to her on top of the blanket and open the book to chapter 1. I finish the book and look over at the clock, the sky slowly brightening. 5 a.m. Where the hell did the time go? I close the book and get up to place it back on the shelf when she begins tossing and turning. She must be having another one of her nightmares. I sit next to her, hand on her shoulder, and she seems to calm before jolting awake. I quickly pull away. She reaches out and clicks on the lamp, pushing herself up. I lie back, watching her move around her room in that worn nightgown. When she strips out of it to change into jeans and an old t-shirt, I lick my lips. You put on quite a show. I say with a rasp in my voice, and she jumps.
Fuck!
She turns, hand on her forehead.
Why are you in my bed?
I was reading. You have quite good taste in literature, I must say. She rolls her eyes as if annoyed, but I see the pink in her cheeks. Nothing to be embarrassed about, sweetheart. I quite enjoyed it. She shakes her head, snatching the book off the nightstand, and walks away. I trail after her into the kitchen as she makes coffee. She opens the book, pulling out a stack of little tabs. She has been carrying it around, but hasn't seemed to finish it in over a month. Are you savoring it, or are you just a very slow reader? I ask, leaning over the counter.
I like to annotate, so I like to reread the same book. I'm actually quite a fast reader, thank you. Now leave me be.
Then, in struts Jack. He's got that skip in his step that makes my skin crawl. He pours himself coffee and seats himself next to her. Her eyes quickly bounce from me to him. Last night was fun, he says, overly upbeat. I lean back in the chair and cross my arms, flashing her a smirk. Her tired eyes scan my face, then quickly jerk away.
Mm-hmm.
She agrees, taking another sip of her coffee.
Chapter 15. Cade. After driving for almost 14 hours, the road ahead has started to blur. I check my phone one last time to verify the last ping from Alan White. A shitty motel outside Good Springs, Nevada. Knowing I won't be relying on Jack this time is almost exhilarating. This is gonna be fun. I should get there just in time to check in for the night. If he's smart, he's long gone. But I've learned not to put anything past desperate men. The gravel lot of the rundown motel somehow looks even worse than the pictures online. Peeling paint, a busted neon motel sign blinking against the dark sky. The place looks abandoned despite the lot being full, and folks lounging outside in fold-up chairs, smoking shit that's definitely not legal. Inside, the front office smells like week-old sweat. The clerk is a balding, greasy little man, glued to a soccer game on a box TV. He barely glances at me. "Excuse me," I say, rapping my knuckles on the counter to get his attention. "Can I get a room, please?" "Yep," he grunts, eyes never leaving the screen. He tosses the keys to room 13 onto the counter. $50 a night." I set the cash down and swiftly make my exit. I head down the sidewalk, passing cracked doors, when two women catch my eye, both looking disheveled, wearing too tight clothing, makeup smudged from long hours of wear, and their heels kicked off beside them. "Evening, sugar," the redhead says, her voice husky with cigarette smoke. "You look like a man who's had a long day." The brunette eyes me, lips curling into something lazy and sharp. "Damn," she murmurs, looking me over. "You tall as hell. Love the ink. I would love to see where all those lines go. If I had a dime for every time a girl hit on me for my tattoos, I'd be an even richer man. Too bad I have enough money to last me a lifetime and no need for it." The lines reach across my chest up to my neck and down my arms. I've always been fascinated with smoke. Being an assassin, you learn to be one with the shadows. It comes with the territory. So, yeah, tattoos. I pull out my phone and hold up the screen, showing them a picture of Alan. "Have you seen this guy?" They share a look. "Maybe. Depends on who's asking and what he's offering," the brunette says, tilting her head. "I'm not here to waste your time," I say, pulling out a $100 bill and passing it to the redhead. "I just need a direction." They exchange another glance, brief and silent, an unspoken language. "Yeah, we've seen him," the redhead says finally, sliding the bill into her bra. "Little weasel left earlier. Kept his head down, real twitchy like." "Which way?" "South, toward Prim." "Appreciate it." The brunette steps closer, fingers brushing my forearm. "You sure that's all you want, gorgeous?" I swat her hand away without flinching, keeping my face uninterested. "What was he driving?" The redhead speaks up again, voice a little tighter now. Old red Chevy, rusted to shit. I walk away while they disappear into their room, doors slamming behind them. I pull out my phone. Room 13 reeks of mildew and regret, but my body begs for sleep, so I give in and sink into the bed. I drift off. You're here again, I think. I don't know how much longer I can keep pretending this isn't breaking me. I don't even know what to call you. You don't speak, you just appear, and when you do, it consumes me. All I see is smoke curling around me until you're all I see. A beautiful shadow hovering over me, dancing over my skin, so gentle it drives me insane. I feel a mouth wrap around me, slow and deliberate. My abs tighten instantly, muscles flexing hard as I grip the sheets. I feel you sink lower onto me, swallowing me whole as my hips jerk into the feeling. A sharp breath tears from my throat. The way you move. Fuck. I twist the sheets until my knuckles ache, fighting the urge to take control, knowing I have none here. Your mouth is a prayer and I'm your altar. I want to hold you here. I want to own this. I want to keep you forever right here. Don't fucking stop, I growl. I lose myself in the feeling right as it disappears. Cold air rushes toward me, and my eyes snap open. I look over to see 3:33 a.m. glowing red on the cracked digital clock. I sigh, but I can still feel you. You might just be in my head, but I want to stop the world and stay with you. Crazy or not, you shouldn't feel this real. You shouldn't feel like mine, but you do. I hate it. I hate how badly my body wants you, how I react on instinct. I hate that I want to fall back asleep, but these moments, they are the only thing that feels good anymore. I roll out of bed and sluggishly tug on my jeans. My eyes are heavy, my arms not wanting to cooperate as I drag a shirt over my head. I've got to make up ground if I'm going to catch him, so I head out, ignoring the glares I receive from an old man with his gut out, beer in hand. The front office reeks of stale air and burnt coffee, though it looks like someone just made a fresh pot. Thank fuck. I drop my keys at the front desk and make a beeline for where a dusty coffee maker hums next to a sad selection of cereal and granola bars. I pour myself a to-go cup, scalding and bitter, then head out to the truck. Hours later, Prim greets me like a forgotten dream. Dusty casinos slump on the horizon, their neon signs flickering like they're too tired to lie anymore. If I were a desperate man running from someone like me, where would I hide? I notice a small bar and grill still open with a sign reading, "The Tavern." Perfect. I quickly pull in. The place is pretty packed, but I could go for a drink. I park and grab my leather jacket from the back seat, pulling it on. The building is small and run down. An outdoor patio hosts a group of women loudly cheering on a young woman with a little 21 sash over her chest. Inside it is. Loud hip-hop music blares through the speakers and people on the dance floor grind up against each other. Music-themed decor is scattered over wooden, cabin-like walls. On my right, people fill pool tables and play darts. The roar of chatter almost overwhelms my senses. I avoid eye contact as I look for an empty seat. The bar wraps around in a massive U shape, and people group together, chatting with one another while they wait for their drinks. My eyes drift to the side in annoyance as I approach a seat. My luck improves when 3 douchey-looking guys get their drinks and toast, then walk away together, heading up the stairs. I quickly take the seat one of them was occupying. The bartender stands in front of me in a low-cut black tank top. She appears to be chewing gum when she speaks. "I'll be with you in 1 sec, hon," she says without looking at me. An old man with a half-empty pitcher of beer sits to my right, and an awkward-looking man with a water sits to my left. The woman standing next to him, clearly his girlfriend or wife, is flirting with a small group of women. This guy obviously doesn't want to be here. Hell, I'm second-guessing the decision myself. "What are you drinking?" the bartender asks as she leans over. "Double shot of whiskey," I yell over the music. She nods and quickly pours my drink, and I toss a $10 bill on the counter. I don't even get a sip in before a girl comes over, grabbing my arm. I immediately jerk away, looking her over. Her long brown hair is messy, and she looks up at me with large blue eyes. Can I sit here? She pleads with something almost like fear in her eyes. Please? Fine, I respond flatly. She sits close to me as she orders herself a whiskey and Coke. She leans in closer. Can I help you? My question is quickly answered when a tall, husky-looking guy with a cheap leather vest and a buzz cut approaches us. Hey, we're leaving, now, the man says, clearly shit-faced. I stand, pushing into his shoulder with enough force to keep him from getting closer. I don't know what's going on here, but it's pretty clear she doesn't want to leave with you. The guy spits a cackling laugh. How about you mind your fucking business? She's leaving with me. He puffs out his chest and flashes the handgun in his waistband. Let's go, Andrea. You're going to back the fuck off, or I'll happily cut off your trigger-happy dick and shove it down your throat. The guy doesn't hesitate before swinging at me. I catch his fist almost too easily as he throws another punch. One of the bouncers quickly comes to investigate, and the small girl, still clinging to my shirt, explains the situation. The man is pulled away despite his protests, and I finally get to take a sip of my drink. After a few minutes, the confusion dies down and the girl speaks up. Thank you. My name is Andrea. What's yours? She asks shyly. Jack. Nice to meet you. Sorry, Jack, I'm not giving her my real name. Would you like me to?
Jack is his best friend.
I say coldly. My tone says everything she needs to know. She shrinks into herself. I was just going to offer to buy you a drink. She turns her head and gestures to the bartender, requesting another round. Relax. You're not my type. 2 drinks later, I'm feeling much better. Andrea's been nursing the same drink the entire time, looking straight ahead and not making conversation. She's nice enough company, quiet. You look like you might know the area, I begin. You'd be right. You look like you don't belong here. I'm in town looking for someone. I search for an excuse. My Uncle Alan. Short, balding gray hair, always in a pressed suit. Oh, yeah. Drives a red truck. Saw him about 45 minutes ago when the bouncers threw him out, she says, taking a sip of her drink. The guy was wasted, kept hitting on the bartender, screaming about taking his business elsewhere. Perfect. He's still in town. Drunk and vulnerable. A smile plays on my lips, and I feel like I've won. I look over at Andrea. Her closed-off demeanor is a stark contrast to the woman on the other side of me who's crying to some random guy about how her dog died 3 years ago and that she hasn't been the same since. I turn my head quickly to avoid eye contact. Thanks. I owe you one, I say, getting up to leave. She looks at me confused. You helped me first. Call it even. Right. You gonna be good? I say, gesturing to the door in reference to the creep they just threw out. She takes another drink and scoffs. Yeah, that's my brother, Theo. Her face stiffens.
Oh, shit.
And don't ask, I'm not in a talking mood. Wasn't planning on it. You gonna make it home safe? I'll figure it out, she says, waving me off. Thanks again. I drop a 50 on the bar and turn to leave. Church by Chase Atlantic comes through the speakers, and I hear yelling and a group of women all but stampede to the dance floor. They bump into me, all 3 grabbing my hands and arms, pulling me with them. Come dance, handsome, one yells over the music. What the fuck is happening? They begin dancing, grinding on me in all directions, spilling their drinks in the process as I try to sneak my way out of their human barricade. Aw, you're no fun, I hear one of them yell from behind me. I need to get the fuck out of here. This place is madness. I quickly make my way through the crowd, abandoning Andrea at the bar, avoiding ramming into anyone else. I burst through the doors. Hands on my knees, I lean over, gulping in deep breaths. Freedom. The respite doesn't last long. I hear the loud roar of multiple motorcycles pulling up. One by one, they pile into the parking lot in front of me, shouting obscenities. The man who got kicked out of the bar earlier, Theo, approaches them, yelling and pointing at me. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I stand up and stretch my neck to the side, preparing for what looks like a fight. Slowly I walk down the steps, approaching the men as they hop off their bikes. Each one wears a vest similar to the one the drunk man was wearing in the bar. A large, bald man steps up to me. He starts to speak, but I cut him off. Are we doing this one by one or all at once? I ask confidently, cracking my knuckles. The young lady you were with inside, do you know where she is? He asks, his voice deep and raspy. Leave her alone. She made it very clear she has no interest in leaving with her brother. I think there has been a misunderstanding here. He puts his hands out. I'm Mac. Theo came to pick her up after she ran off from our clubhouse. She isn't all there mentally and hasn't been taking her meds. He's a bit drunk from the party, so maybe he wasn't able to get his point across. We're just worried about her. Bullshit. So why would she beg a stranger to protect her? Look, son, she moved here because her mother couldn't handle her episodes. Her brother took her in. I imagine she would say just about anything to avoid coming home. Would you go inside and get her for us? We would prefer not to cause an issue. Well, fuck. I make my way back into the chaos and search for the tiny brunette. Doesn't take me long to see her standing in the corner of the room, a cup of water in hand, shrinking into herself like she doesn't want to be here. She looks me up and down as I approach her. We need to get you out of here, I start. Is there a back entrance to this place? She sighs, setting her drink on the stage. In the back, behind the bar. She points to the back of the wall, past a large group of people. All right, let's go. I'm sorry, who the hell are you to tell me what to do? This isn't your problem. I'm a grown-ass woman, and I'll figure this the fuck out on my own. I can't help but laugh. Is that funny? No, you just remind me of my sister. Now let's go. You can be stubborn when there isn't a group of men outside trying to take you. She looks behind me at the door. Wait, what? They're here? Yes. I grip her arm, not hard, but enough to urge her on. Her eyes widen at the contact. Okay. Yeah, let's go. You have no idea what those men are capable of. If Theo called them, it's not going to be good for you, she says, yanking her arm from my grip. I trail behind her as she makes her way to an employee exit. She pushes the door open with force, and we are met with two men in similar vests as her brother. She stops dead in her tracks. One of them calls out, Yo, Theo, we found her. No sooner does the call go out than her brother comes around the corner with rage in his eyes. I come to apologize, and you get some asshole to try and start a fight? The fuck is wrong with you? He says quickly, the words almost blending together with his slurred speech. Get on the bike now, one of the men commands. I'm not going anywhere with you. I don't give a fuck what the issue is here, I say loud enough for them to hear, fixing my eyes on the girl. Do you want to leave with them? No, she answers quietly. Good. Now that we've cleared that up, let her fucking leave. This is none of your business, Dick, he says, grabbing the girl's arm and jerking her away. You just made it my business. The bald one charges first. I sidestep clean, twist, and crack a fist across his jaw, hard enough to spin him. No hesitation, I'm already moving. Theo barely gets his hands up before I drive a punch straight into his nose. Cartilage crunches. He hits the ground like dead weight. The girl flinches, staggering back. Two more come in fast. One throws a low kick that slams into my knee. A solid hit, but I drop back, pivot low, and sweep his legs. He hits the concrete hard. The second's already mid-swing. I don't bother blocking. I slam my fist up between his legs. He folds forward, choking on his breath. I rise slowly, brushing the dirt from my jeans. They're still groaning on the ground when I turn and walk away. I glance at the girl. She's frozen, wide-eyed. I jerk my chin toward the truck out back, pulling the keys from my pocket. She hesitates. Get in the truck, Andrea. She does, and I sweep in beside her. What direction are we going? I ask flatly. If you're willing, you can take me to my coworker's house. She lives about 15 minutes from here. You're already going the right way. All right, just put the address in, I say, handing her my phone. Why did you do that for me? She asks, returning the phone. Someone had to. Your brother is an asshole. Then I see it. Rusted red Chevy. Bingo. I need to make this quick.
Oh, shit.
Chapter 16.
Okay, that's all I'm going to do for today. That's 15 chapters, and we've gone through a lot of the book today. So we'll definitely continue the book next week. And we'll maybe finish it off. I'm not 100% sure. But that's going to be it for today's stream. Follow if you haven't. We're going to continue this book. So definitely if you want to see the end of it, definitely follow. All that good stuff. But I'm going to get out of here. This was a good stream. This book is really fucking good. I'm excited to see more of it. Hopefully you guys are too. But I'm going to get out of here. Love you guys all. Have a happy Halloween and peace.